Yeah, guys, I met a lot of people, that I have asked to come on here and talk. They kind of like, what's the point, Sean? What's the objective? And I said, there is none. This is just a place for me to kind of have a let out and share authentically without any type of blockages, I guess you could say. You know what I mean? A lot of times in my social media, I feel like everybody on social media keeps a kind of like, they put on like a mask, I guess you could say, and they want to, how do you say it, like portray themselves as a certain thing, whether it's just business related, hobby related, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they
So
play a certain persona.
yep. So for my social media, I think I kind of put out that persona for just being family oriented, having a lot of fun, and real estate driven, right? But
Sean Radiant.
yeah, but if you guys really look at my social media, I don't never really share results in a financial sense. You know what I mean? Where I talk about, no, I made this, I made that. You know what I mean? I don't really do that like that.
But you do show results, though.
But I do show results in a different way. So when you do hear results, you know that I'm making money, right? But I also wanted a place where I can authentically talk about it too. So yeah, this is that place for me to do that, and with all my guests.
Yeah.
Alan, why don't you come over here? This is actually a good spot because you'll get your own little reels. But
Over there, then.
huh? Now we gotta highlight the leader. But yeah, this was kind of like a place for me to kind of just talk to people I genuinely want to talk to, because I feel like if you wanted a place to show your results and talk about your business and amplify whatever it is in business and talk money and all that stuff, I was like, you're not going to do it here like that. You can go do it at another podcast because they're all in that realm of what do you do in your business, what's a success, what's a failure you learned, all that stuff, you know what I mean? I didn't really want it to be like that here because my attention span is short when I don't care. You know what I mean? Like you could have a fucking 10, 20, $100 million, right?
Yeah.
If I don't genuinely want to like ask you questions or get to know you, I just don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I learned that you can have that, but if there's no value from that coming to my family, my life, or anything like that, I don't really need to talk to you. You know what I mean? If it's not business driven, I don't want to talk to you just because you
Just
got
talking
money
to
and
talk.
shit. Yeah, just because you got money. A lot of people in this world got money. It doesn't mean that I care to talk to you. You know what I mean? Growing up, I guess I had that, and I don't know if you guys had that same feeling too, where you look at somebody, I'm like, man, he or she got it good. I want to be around them kind of sense, popularity, For me today, I don't think like that anymore, For me today, I just genuinely enjoy my tribe, something that Dave started. And ultimately, that's how we got connected, was a common coach, So Dave Tran, shout out to Dave. He ideally is the catalyst for our friendship, right?
For sure.
Yeah, I agree, right? So I would say a lot of people know that I trained under him, but I don't think a lot of people know that you guys had mentorship from him as well.
Yeah.
How did that? I'm curious too. Like I'm interviewing a lot of the tribe members. I talked to Leo. I talked to Dave. Our tribe isn't that big, but for the ones that really,
No, I switch.
we switch it. For the ones that really are here with us, with Dave and stuff. I'm curious to hear what you guys went through, because, guys, let's admit,
Can we
being
see everything
coached,
on camera?
bro, say whatever the fuck you want on camera, you know what I mean? But I think we can all agree that having a coach mentorship isn't like rainbows and butterflies and shit. It's actually opposite of that because you're going through a lot of awareness and self-learning, actualization that I would say most times you're not too proud of. I'm like, hey, I didn't really know that about myself. That's not something I ideally want to highlight in my life. How can I change that? And for me, I think Dave does a great job at highlighting you as a person to see if you're aware of it and to allow you to choose if you want to stay in that mindset or grow. You know what I mean? Like, I like to think that he gives you options, right? other than the ones that you make yourself.
He gives you the options.
He gives you the options, and you choose, right? So how did you guys get connected with him? Who was the first one? I'm genuinely curious. You know what I mean? I want to know.
I thought you knew the whole time.
No, I never knew. I was thinking that today. I was like, you know what? I never, like, I met,
know how things
I met
played out,
everybody in our tribe, right?
Yeah.
But I never asked, like, how did you guys come about? Because I was so, I like to think everybody's in their own journey, going through this, the mental training as well, that we never have a space to really ask yourself, like, yo, how is it like for you to train under Dave? Well, what was it like?
How did you even get connected with Dave, first of all?
Well, you know, I was at a club, a real estate club 8 years ago, Renatus. Dave Tang and Dave and Nick Tang walked in, right? And both of them had this aura about themselves. You know what I mean? Yeah. Two Asians, they look like they get money. They're on that partnership vibe, you know? But Nick was the more talkative one, business oriented. He was giving value. And Dave was on some spiritual shit where he didn't say shit. He was just playing with his beads. And then I'm just looking around at everybody, and I'm like, man, everybody's crowded around Nick.
Spin them one by one.
And he's just there. And I'm like, how come nobody, like, it's like nobody saw him. And I'm like, I'm the only one seeing him. And I was like, man, if he came with Nick, he's somebody we should talk to. So I took that opportunity to introduce myself and talk to him when nobody else was. And from that perspective, I would say our connection, that was our first real connection, because the person running that real estate club, his name was Jason Centeno. I call him my rich dad, if you guys see me shout him out a lot. He was like one of the leaders of the club, and when I got my first wholesale deal, Jason helped me. But Jason helped me because Dave was pushing him to. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's cool that I didn't see it then, but I met Dave in there. I locked up my first wholesale deal. I was advertising it, and Dave was like, yo, you should help him. And Jason took it seriously. All right, I'll help him. You know what I mean?
Northern Liberty guy?
No.
Okay.
He's the firefighter that moved to Tampa.
Guy. The Asian boy, right?
No, Spanish.
Oh, no.
I don't think you guys ever met him.
Remember.
You guys probably were in the same space a lot, but just never, you know. But yeah, essentially, I did my first wholesale deal. Me and Jason did a few after that. And then it was during the time where Jason was trying to grow himself that he wasn't giving coaching 100% attention, is when, I guess, through the grapevines, Dave was like, you know what, I'm going to take him in. You know, I'm going to take him in and put him on. And I heard that through Vanaret. You guys know Vanaret?
Yeah.
Tweets R?
Oh.
Yeah, R.
Like,
I didn't know if you guys knew R or not, V, you know what I mean? But R, I was with him one day, and he was like, yeah, Dave said he's gonna let you in. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, great. What the fuck does that mean? You know what I mean? Let me in, put me on. So I was like, great, cool, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't think much of it, but I just knew that this opportunity was coming. And then I would say, like, 2-3 weeks later, Dave started to kind of reach out to me. And that's how it started from there, you know? But I thought getting put on or letting me in was going to be like some type of cool initiation. Like, you with us now, we got, you know what I mean? Total opposite. From that point on was when the mental work started. You know, the conversations started pouring in daily. I would say every other day. And then it became daily. And then after that, it was just like, I got a lot of work to do. You know what I mean? So that's where it started, you know, about 6 years ago. I think I was like 33, 34.
6 years or 8 years? Oh,
8 years ago I started, but I've been with Dave for like 6-7 years now.
Okay. Man, that's a long time.
That was quick, too.
It seemed quick as shit, right? It seemed like yesterday we was fucking around. Even for you guys, you know what I mean? I want to give you guys a space to talk because I'm very proud of you guys. You know, because you're in it, you don't get to see it, you know, your growth and stuff. But from the outside perspective, I'm sure everybody fucking see it, you know? You guys are doing renovations for, like, the top of the top in Philly. I like to think, from, like, new construction to just shell renovations inside the city, surrounding areas, you know, Bucks County and stuff like that. So I'm very proud of you guys from just watching your growth. You know, and we don't work directly hand in hand like that, you know?
You don't fuck with us.
I only come in, well, I'm not at your capacity. I only come in when it's time to do my part, I like to think, you know? Because everything else, it's all through Dave, and Dave communicates with you guys. So really, it's his vision and stuff. I tell Dave I don't like to coach. Like, I don't care for students or nothing like that. I tell him, I was like, Dave, you better than me because you love everybody genuinely. You could be somebody, you could be nobody, and he'll still give you the time of day. For me, I'm not like that. I just like to talk to my team, tribe, close family, and friends. So when it comes to teaching, I don't like teaching, but I will teach when it's one of our own tribe members. I think that's something that I do enjoy doing. Is like, I'll let Dave filter and have him choose who is cool or not cool with us, and then from that, I was like, yeah, I don't mind helping a team member at all. But if it's like strangers, I can't do what he does. He'll talk to a homeless man and build him up.
Yeah.
Real shit. You know what I mean? So I bet, forget me though, because I share all the time how me and Dave is. You guys aren't social media active, and if you guys are, it's all fun. That's all I see from you guys on your social media. So a lot of people don't really know what you guys do for business. Let's start with the Plug Brothers, because that's how ideally what I met you guys as, and it transferred over to renovation. How did that come about, that name and stuff, and what was like the meaning behind it?
Shit, that's a great question, Sean. I knew that was coming, man. But you see, dude, can we share everything?
Bro, share it. Look, Tino was on here last week, and I told him, I was like, yo, be authentic and be honest. And he was like,
the way we gotta share things is third person.
Share it in third
Like
person.
the one. Let's bring it up later.
Okay.
You go first.
All right, so it's a long story, but I'll try to keep it short.
Hey, we got time.
We got time. I used to be a trainer for about 4 or 5 years, and it's to train somebody in the Italian mob.
Okay.
And
Personal trainer.
Personal trainer. I used to be a
trainer.
certified personal trainer, fitness trainer, and I used to train them. This member in the Italian mob from the Animal Pack.
Okay.
If you know, you know.
No clue.
Gaming the Game.
Netflix. Check it
Netflix has
out.
a documentary
It's on
on
Netflix.
Netflix.
Gaming the Game?
Yep.
He used to rig NBA games, pay refs off.
Oh,
and-
I watched that.
yes,
I watched that.
So you know the Animal Pack leader.
He wasn't the ref or nothing.
No, he was the one leading the Animal Pack.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that. Right.
Right.
We used to train him, and we used to be bookies for him. We fell into bookieing for him after training him. We was young bulls trying to put us on game.
We were. How old were you?
I was 24 when I started. Well, 23, about 22, 23 when I started bookieing for him. And it was like 24. Like that was like the year where it was like.
No, it was old before that though.
Yeah, no. So I met him.
Well, how old are you now?
I'm 32 now.
Okay.
Just turned 32 last.
So about like 8 years ago.
Yeah, I met him when I was like
Longer than
21.
So even further.
I met Dave at 20.
Oh,
How old are you
I'm
now?
29 now.
Oh,
Okay.
Damn, all right.
been a
I met him
minute.
at like. All right, I met him at like 19. Then.
Yeah, you
Okay.
have to meet
I met him at like 19, and just got my training certification and everything. Just needed some sense of direction, I guess. So it's like, all right, OG's like, oh, all right, yo, let me try to just
Make
put
some
some more
bread.
bread in your pocket. Yeah, like, all right, why not?
Think about we young bulls.
Yeah.
You know
Right,
what I
right.
mean? If he's 19, I'm 17.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, what do you think made him say that? What were you guys doing before for him?
Oh no, I was just strictly training.
Oh,
him.
training
And
him.
He was
Gotcha,
a really
gotcha,
cool
gotcha.
OG. He was like my
Got it,
second
got it.
dad and everything. Like that was like my first real old head.
Right.
And he was just like, hey, you want to make some extra money? Sure, why not? Introduced me to what booking was. And then from there, he's like, hey.
So for those that don't know, what is booking?
Booking is basically where you just manage people's bets. Like if you're not playing through like a app, like now you have.
So let's say he want to make a bet for 100. I want to make a bet. You'll take in both our bets?
Yeah, so instead of going on like FanDuel or DraftKings,
Before all that.
before all
Before
the
that.
apps and became legal, you would come see, you would come find me, or I'll find you, because I know you guys like to bet. You place a bet through me. The mob is the house. They're the bank.
Right.
You win, I collect the money, make the transaction, pay you guys your winnings. You lose, I collect the bread, give it to him. He'll
Right.
cut me about 40% of
Damn.
the losses.
And if you don't pay, the mob come knocking.
Yeah.
Damn, 40%.
Exactly.
So you guys never did you guys ever get sent out to knock?
All right,
Yo, this is the shit I like, dude.
So we did that.
We can't name drop that person.
Yeah, we
but
did
he
that
still
for a
be
heavy
around.
4 years.
Yeah.
And And you know, he introduced me to different avenues of income along with booking. So by the time I was like, what was it like? Damn, like maybe like 21 then, 22. Had like 80 grand saved up.
Damn.
And I just he introduced me to what loan sharking was.
And that's when we got fucked up.
And that's when I got fucked over, bro.
Why?
Because loan sharking is basically like hard money lending.
Right.
But with straight cash.
Okay.
And
street shit. It ain't no fucking contract.
So it ain't no like documents, no.
Well, I would audit. I would screen them too. Like, you know what I mean?
Right,
like, I would
right.
go meet them in person. I need to see pay stubs.
Who you loan sharking to? Like for what? That's just to
So
borrow
for
money.
example,
Anything?
yeah, like people that would or one person I would loan shark to was like some person that owned like a Brazilian steakhouse, right? He lost a lot of money with the mob, and then he needed someone to cover his end. So Jim would introduce me like, hey, can you help loan this? I'll pay you this amount of juice, pay you back this much on top.
So you're not dealing with the person borrowing. You're dealing with just a middleman.
No, Alan is the middleman.
Okay.
I am the middleman.
So you would talk to the client directly.
Yes.
Because the client is Alan's client.
Right.
And he's getting backed by the mob.
Yeah,
Right.
because the mob just they wanted their money on certain, like, from certain clients.
But it's your money that you're.
Yeah,
Got it.
So that was like my way of like kind of double dipping, where it's like, okay, you lost this much, take 40% of your losses, plus also, I'm helping you pay your losses, but you would pay me juice over time.
Right. Interest
over time, yes.
It's very high risk because
Very high risk.
you can't expect someone to pay a juice 40% a week.
Right.
Sometimes it's 10% a week.
Yeah.
So if we give you $50,000, you gotta pay us $5,000 a week
Right. Until
you clear it out.
Yeah.
Hold on. Is it 5,000? And then the next one 10,000. I meant plus that 5. Does it go up?
That's just the juice.
It's not like you give them 50 and say, hey, you pay us back 60.
No. So realistically, it would be like, all right, I loan you $10,000 with 3% on top, right? And that's the juice. So so basically, what you would do is, you'd pay me about $3,000 every week or every month based on our agreement until you can actually pay back like $13,000 back.
Got it. And then you could take it from the capital. I meant principal.
Yeah.
Gotcha,
So you're basically
gotcha,
just paying me some like money to float you until you can pay back the entire principal with
Gotcha.
my interest on top.
So you said that messed you up.
Yeah, because I loaned out a lot, and it was good eating for a while,
Right.
Until it wasn't.
Yeah. It's
Well,
always good till it ain't good.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, think about it. The interest is so high. How can you keep up with it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
So
But I got people's like social. I got their address. You know, I tried to do my due diligence. You know, I had a little nice team going, spread going.
right.
But I mean, all good things come to an end, right?
So what stopped? Did people just stop paying? But you don't get you just take that L?
So I'm not really the violent one, right? I mean, we could have been.
You look violent.
Yeah.
But you're right. You're not the violent one.
We could have been.
Alvin is definitely when he
could have
talks.
definitely had some things happen to some people.
well, me.
I don't know.
But
You
you know,
look
in
scary.
my heart, I was young, and it was kind of like this is my kind of like my
It's a
lesson
school.
for like, for trying to make fast money like this, like.
Right. It was like a life lesson.
Yeah, so I just took it I took that L like that because as a lesson, not a loss, but as a lesson.
Right.
Where it's like, you try to give people the benefit of the doubt, all this and that, but I don't know.
All right. So
It's just
you
young and dumb, basically.
Right. You don't take it as serious as you would.
Yeah. So I mean, at the end of the day, like, yeah, some people paid me back, some didn't.
Mhm.
And you weigh your losses and wins, but at the end of the day, it was just like in my heart, I couldn't physically do nothing to have anything done to anybody.
Right.
Although it
It's
could
not
have
in
been
you.
just like that. Yes, exactly. It would have just been on my conscience. And
Right.
I
I
don't want to live
understand that.
like that, especially young. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, shit was coming in easy. Easy come, easy go.
Easy come, easy go. Yeah.
So,
Like, we agree, like, the amount of money is never worth a person's life. You know what I mean?
Amen.
Unless you do something to, like, my mom or my
Yeah, you
dad,
fuck
like, my
about
family,
family,
in the immediate family, all right, then we taking it the other way.
There was years ago. I remember a Vietnamese guy getting pulled out of the Schuylkill River,
Oh, yeah.
right? And I was like, "Dang,
Sonny.
don't." Oh, was it? I don't know.
Say no.
I don't know. But the only thing I could think of was gambling related. You know.
He snitched on a big line that was with the other side.
and then they caught
What does that mean on a big line? Like,
on a big line. So like, a line is what we would refer to somebody as a plug.
okay,
A plug.
I get that.
We refer to as a plug as the guy who got
The product.
all the product,
Mm-hmm.
and then is the main guy from the top,
Right.
distributing it down.
Gotcha.
So a line is like a plug in his whole team.
Yeah, for sure.
So
And he snitched.
the bull snitched on the
Damn.
line, and then he got him and his two homies. They ended up like cutting them up. Two of the bulls died,
Damn.
and then he the only one that came out alive. But he was basically almost dead. But
Mm-hmm.
he ain't even nothing happened to him,
Right.
because he kind of, they say he working with the feds.
Yeah.
So when you work with the feds, you protected.
Right.
You can move around. You can do whatever dumb shit you want to do and not get no
Yeah,
consequences.
yeah.
The streets can't touch you,
No.
and the cops can't touch you.
Right.
So at the end of the day, it's like a win-lose.
It's like you're a
situation.
mediator for both parties or something.
I mean, you're a rat, and
Yeah.
then you're protected.
Yeah.
So you gotta, you're walking on eggshells,
Mm-hmm.
basically.
Yeah, I always thought it was like a gambling situation or something, but I don't know that. It was just an assumption because, when something happens in the Asian community, it kind of spreads like wildfire,
Yeah.
especially in Philly because it's that it's a tight-knit city, we're definitely a
Small, but
tight-knit
not
city.
small.
All right, so I meant you guys,
My bad. What you gonna say?
no, I was going to say that happened,
Yeah. So then,
right? You learned your lesson. Well, you got lessons from it.
No, this
Yeah.
see this story leads up to how
Yeah.
we met Dave, how Plug Brothers
I
came
gotta
to
see.
be.
Okay,
Yeah, I gotta
yeah.
set the
Just
stage.
go ahead.
This is just us when we're young.
Right.
Like we dropped out of college. We just finished high school. Like you know what I mean? Like we're just
Right.
trying to figure things out.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah. I get it. Like at the age of 19, 20, I was having my baby. So
Yeah, he was fucking.
all my
early.
20s was just me really learning
Yeah, like
on how to carry myself and then also know that it's going to reflect on on my child.
yeah, but you didn't even know
Bro, it was
yourself at
I
that
know,
point.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like we're just now figuring out ourselves.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like life's been going so fast. It's like time goes by so fast. Experiences go by so fast. Like the whole world is just moving.
And see the way you say it, right? Cheers. Cheers, guys. The way you say it, like we're still figuring ourselves out. I think that's something that people don't take the time to actually realize. No matter how old you are, every day you can learn about yourself.
You're always figuring.
You're always learning about yourself. And like I had a moment when I was with Dave. I'm like, damn, I'm like 31, 32, whatever. Whenever I said it, I was in my 30s,
Yeah.
young 30s. And I said, damn, I can't believe I'm just learning this about myself. And then that's when my mindset really changed. I was like, how much more don't I know about myself?
Mhm.
And then that's when I realized, I was like, man, it's a lot easier for somebody on the outside to see your potential than you to see your potential.
Yeah, because you caught
Yeah.
up with your own problems. You caught up with
Yeah.
your family's problems. You caught up with just life and alone. So
Yeah,
it's
you
kinda
have the
like,
chatter in your head
don't
and
even
all
know
that
what the
shit
fuck is
too, the
going on
doubt.
half the time.
I think it's a human, natural thing that we go through where we have a lot of self-doubt and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a lot easier for the outside world to tell you how great you are and see it, So that was what Dave was for me. And from that point on is when I was like, yo, what more can I learn about myself?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Just like to elaborate on you learning. So
Mhm.
that happened.
Yeah. So then, basically, we were just doing that consistently
Mm-hmm.
for a couple years, and then Alvin can jump in on this one where one of his players.
Yeah. So I mean, like that was more of Alan's gig. Like me,
He wasn't in it then.
I was. Alan brought me into that shit.
Got it?
I had my own shit going on. So, like, man, I don't know, see, it's like I don't even want boys that know me for this or like
Yeah, no.
think it's an excuse of how we got to where we are. You know what I mean?
You know what?
No,
Say
no.
if you don't want to share it, don't share it. You know what I mean? Because
All right, but yeah, we was playing the streets.
right,
when we
right,
was
and that's
young.
okay because it's not who you are today.
Yeah, nah.
You know, I say it all the time.
Kind of. Actually, it'll be a part of me forever because I can see how it really got us to where we are.
Mhm.
See, so it's like, see, this is how I fucked up a lot of bread in between the years. Like, I'm 19.
Okay.
I mean, I go to high school. I go to college. I'm going to Penn State Abington right now, and I'm like, oh, but so my story is like, all right, when I was in high school, we was broke. Our family's poor, Like, you know what I mean? Like, my dad's old gambler.
Right.
Fucked the bills up and then fucked the money up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my mom struggled a lot. But, yeah. 17, no money. And then my friends, Alan's friends, start selling sneakers. And then they're like, oh, yo, Alvin, come help me sell some sneakers. Because at that moment, I'm 17. I'm the only one with my license and a car that I can drive.
Right.
In our age group, you know what I mean? So.
But Alan was driving.
Yeah, I was driving.
Alan was driving, but he was driving my car.
Gotcha.
See, like, all right, see, like, this is how, like, it really came to be where, like, I fucked with business. Like, I knew I wanted to do business.
Right.
So high school came, I started selling sneakers.
Like the hype beast movement.
Yeah, bro.
Era.
You know, buy, sell, fresh kicks, Philly.
Yeah. Who? I know who runs that.
I mean, nowadays I don't even know that who runs it now, but back then it was like Philip Moore.
Philip. I worked at Ubik, so I knew all of them.
Okay, yeah, Phil, yeah.
Yeah, Philip
So,
was always there.
yeah,
Shout out to Phil, bro. What do you got? Common Ground now?
Yeah, Common Ground.
Common Ground. What'd you say?
I said, shout out to Chris Yang.
Yeah, my man.
Okay,
Chris
Fred,
T.
you guys were running that
So
or
we-
assisting?
So nah, look, we wasn't even running. We wasn't doing shit with that page. I was just crushing them.
I
on
think
that page.
Byron and his brothers were on that.
Byron, we was crushing them. They did the fucking hot souls kick.
Yeah.
Hotness kicks.
Yeah, hotness
David
kicks. Yeah,
Tran,
that's what it was,
Yeah.
huh?
But man, we was crushing them, bro. When I tell you how, like, I'm a nobody and I'm like probably top 5 seller on that page, top 3
On what page?
on buy sell fresh kicks.
Okay.
Facebook group.
Sneakers group.
Okay.
So it was all like reselling sneakers.
Got
At
it.
that time, selling sneakers was at its prime.
Bro, I
All the
was
hottest shit was
fucking
coming
fed
out
up with
that
that
time.
shit. You know, me working at Ubik, I have to deal with all y'all motherfuckers and shit. So
See, look,
for me, I just like running the business. I didn't care about the product like that.
Yeah,
You know, I
got
know
you.
the hype beats around it, but I tell people, and when I would say that, people are like, Sean, you disrespecting the product. And I'm like, yo, fuck you. I said, you guys are looking at one item. I was like, I'm in a stock room with hundreds of thousands of them surrounding me. And when you see 100 of one thing,
Right,
it
so
becomes
whatever.
not shit.
yeah.
It ain't shit. You know what I mean? So I'm like, before you guys even touched it, I was rocking it in the fucking. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to get these. And then you put the soul back in. I was like, ain't nobody going. You know how much dead stock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They smell that shit. Like, ain't nobody going to. But yeah, I looked at it that way. You know what I mean? So I had to do it. But bro, the prime, yeah.
The prime. So I started right in the prime. But then like me, like,
How were you guys getting the product? Like
see, yeah. So,
camping
like,
and shit?
so it started like this. Like
Nobody could turn me. Like nobody turned me evil.
Oh yeah. So it was like 2 of Alan's friends that were really going through it, right? And then, you know, but they started like 4 pairs, right?
Right.
Like, oh, Alan, help me sell it. Like they try to look out for me and put some bread in my pockets. But I was making like what, $20?
Right, not
a sneaker,
much.
You know what I mean?
You gotta
Nothing.
sell like
But
50
at
of them.
that age, bro, I'm working Target.
Right,
I'm
right,
making
right,
fucking
right,
$10 an hour. I'm busting my ass. I worked Target 3 months, bro. That's how I know, like, I don't want to ever do like
Right.
no 9 to 5, whatever. But yeah, we started selling sneakers, and then next thing you know, I started booming because I kind of know how to talk to people.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, like I'm
You
relatable,
present well.
yeah. So it's kind of like I'm turning them up. So I'm like, they like 8 pairs, gone in like 2 days. Like,
Right.
yo, bro, it's gone. And then I'm the
How
one-
are you selling it though?
I'm selling on Facebook,
Okay.
and I'm just meeting people,
Marketplace.
marketplace.
Okay.
On the page. On the
Okay.
Facebook page.
Okay.
Before Marketplace
All you do
came
is
out.
no
Got it.
marketplace at that time.
So you
It's
just make the
it's
post,
just
hey,
groups,
if
yeah,
you want the
post,
size, let's link
take
up.
picture, size,
Gotcha.
meet up at fucking Roosevelt Mall.
Yeah.
Like,
A lot of
and,
people met up at Ubik and facilitated the
That's
transaction.
not.
you
Yeah,
know?
it's too far from me. Like,
I
we was
gotcha.
Cotman-
That's why I probably
we was
never seen you.
Northeast Bulls all day.
I
till
was
this
at
day.
Cotman Kicks USA for quite some time too.
But
Before-
we was running that joint up.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I would just meet people, and then it's like 8 sneakers, 8 transactions.
But how do you win the sneaker? Because I know raffles was a thing.
We started going crazier. We started. They found how to backdoor the sneakers. So we camped once in our life, but that was just for fun.
Right.
White Cement
Just
Forest.
an experience.
White Cement Forest, never again. That was
Right.
my first camp. Alan camped for like the Concords or
Right.
whatever.
It's just for
with,
experience.
For whatever they wanted to do with it. But for me, I was like, fuck it. Let me just see how the camp is. We all, like 10 of us went out there, and that shit was the worst day of my life. My fucking back was broke.
Yeah.
So, but we started to find out how to backdoor them online.
Okay.
Finish line, you log in. I mean, you got to wait for the timer to let you in the page, but it'll be like 5 minutes. You can cash out as many sneakers as you can. So
5 minutes before the premiere.
No, I mean, you'll wait for whenever you get in the page,
Right.
and then you get 5 minutes until you get kicked out the page. So within that 5 minutes, you can grab as many pairs as you can.
So you're saying, let's just say the 13 retro 13s came out or something, bread 13s. You're saying in that 5 minute time frame, release is 9 a.m.
Yep.
9 a.m. to 9:05. You're on the page. You can.
No, so 9 o'clock hits. Everybody's queuing to get in the page. Everybody's on wait list.
Right.
And then just say you get in at 10 o'clock. That 10 to 10:05, you can cash out as many sneakers as you can.
But then you miss that hour.
It don't matter because everybody's waiting anyway. They have thousands of pairs waiting. They're not letting everybody in that site because it's gonna crash.
Oh.
So you're waiting in line to get on the page.
Never understood
You know
that.
what I mean?
So you
you're
just
in the queue.
so you're just staying there on the site until you get in.
Exactly. Wait your turn.
Damn, I never knew that. I remember back then when I did want something, refresh.
Yeah, no,
Fuck it, it's sold out.
That would make
I'm
you
done.
to the next at the end of the line, end of the line every time you do that shit. So like we figured that out, and then that was when I asked like Alan.
How do you figure that out?
I don't even fucking know. That was not even my part. That was me. I'm the seller. I'm the one. They don't talk to people. I'm the one talking.
They're the acquisition. You're disposition.
I'm the one doing all the transactions all my life. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Like, so it's like they just bring it to me, and then bam, I can get rid of it. Like that's what really like anything in my life right now.
Right.
So it's kind of like we figured that out. Asking my mom, asking Alan, asking my other friends that wasn't buying sneakers. Give me your credit card, cause we're gonna buy as many pairs as we can.
Right.
We were sending like 30 pairs, 40 pairs to each other's cribs, like just stocking them.
Damn.
Like and then like comes more pairs, comes more transactions.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck all that. I ain't doing all that transactions.
Right.
So I finally found a Chinese buyer. And he was buying them Jones trunkload.
He was buying them as if you were selling them at the same price to a single person?
Yep.
Wow.
So, because he was selling them to China.
Yeah, I know.
So he would bring them, put them on the shipment container.
It's crazy.
bring 'em to
U.S.
China.
market and China got that bling.
Yo, you make
But
you make almost
Japan,
triple the
China
amount.
market over here got that bling.
You make triple the amount, like
Yeah.
of the retail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The owner of Kicks USA Snipes, when he was running the company, all the leftover inventory he would send over. They had like a partnership. You know what I mean?
So when they dropped the release date, he would like, the bull, his name's Sue, shout out to Sue. He would like, Alvin, I need bread 11, size 8 to 10. Get as many as you can. Bro, when he say get as many as you can, yo, give me your credit card. Give me your credit card. Give me your credit card. Everybody fucking loan their account. And then we just sniping them like, everybody. We got like 4 computers all at once. Bang, 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 bang. Trying to get as many as we can. And then what really changed my life was when we found out how to hack Nike.
Shit.
So hacking Nike really put us on crazy because I don't know if everybody knows sneakers, but the Red Octobers.
Yeah. Did you guys have them?
Bro, I got a picture. I'll show you later.
God. I always want a pair of them.
We sitting. This team is 4 of us. So we're sleeping over. We're sleeping over. Me and Alan share a room at the time.
Yeah.
It's us 3 and then my man. We're sleeping over. And then he's brushing his teeth. And then he's like, I remember this. He's like, yo, the Yeezys just dropped. And then Alan got the computer in his room. And
It's like late night.
No, it's in the morning.
Okay.
It's
But
a
you
random
guys knew this.
No, random drop. Twitter.
Oh.
It's a flash drop. That's what
Oh
they call
shit.
a flash drop.
Yeah. When they
Shock
don't
drop,
announce nothing. It's
When
like
they don't
a
announce
music
nothing,
artist
bang.
just releasing an album or something.
So next thing you know, bang, he's on Alan's computer. I run downstairs. I'm on the basement computer. And then, so. The
Credit cards in hand and everything.
You can only get 1 pair on Nike when you hack it.
Shit.
So, but the hack is like, instead of adding to the cart, you'll add to the locker. And then the locker will secure your pair right away.
Okay.
And adding to cart, you would still have to wait
For
see
it to
if somebody
process.
would let it process.
Yeah.
But, bro, as soon as I'm checking out, I'm like this, my hand shaking. I'm like, yo, I'm coming up crazy. But mind you, I'm like 18 at the time. Like we ain't never had no money.
Yeah.
So I'm clicking that jump, bam, cash. We got it. All 4 of us jumping for joy, like, yo, what's up?
I feel that, bro.
Yeah, yo, it was crazy. Bro,
I remember when the Yeezys was
all
coming.
4 of us got a pair each.
Right.
So I got a
The resale on that was
and
crazy.
then we got so the pair was $245. Okay, the pair was $245.
Right.
And then that same Saturday, the Tiffany blue
Dunks
dropped.
Yeah.
Bro, we snagged like 20 of them.
Shit.
So I got a picture of me when I'm like 17, 18, sitting in front of. Right now, today is probably like $100 grand.
Right.
Of sneakers right in front of my face. But at that time, I'm like 18, and then the sneaker. I don't got no bread. Why the fuck I'm wearing a
Right. I used to say that. I was like,
sneakers,
dang,
though, you know
and
what I mean?
I was like, dang, man, you guys rather hop on the bus and train with
Yeah, nah.
sneakers than drive with fucking flip flops.
So
You know
this
what I
is
mean?
what
I
I'm
never
talking about.
understood that. Yeah,
This is
like,
what I'm talking about.
like
So-
I had everybody in
Yeah.
the hype beats world would make fun of me as a manager or something. I don't care.
So as soon as we got that sneaker, I sold it the same week, and the next week I bought a car with it.
Damn, how much you sell for?
I sold it for $32.50, which was crazy bread to me at the
Back then,
time.
yeah.
And then, but now the sneaker worth like 15, 20,000.
Thousand,
But,
yeah.
I mean, we done made that bread already. So
Right,
I'm not
right.
even sweating.
That car
know what
made
I mean?
you-
Bro, that car made me $100,000
Right,
first
right.
year.
Yep.
Because we was running around, and then I was going crazy with it. And then like I would go to school, and then like Alan would go to work. So Alan used my car in the morning, and then I'll go. You know what I mean? We would share this shit.
Yeah.
So, bro, that joint changed my life. Like I had that. I bought a '97 CRV for $3,500.
Nice.
Proudest moment in my life. And
B20.
I'm not even 20 yet, bro.
No, I'm saying
Oh.
that the motor was a B20.
Yeah. So, right, I'm done Target, and I'm working a commissions job
Right.
doing photo booth for this company. No shout out because fuck boy, he schemed me.
Right.
But
Like one of them party photo booths?
yeah.
Okay,
So I would go to weddings and everything,
Fuck him.
pack up, and
Yeah.
then, do that. But it was easy bread. I would get $150 per shift, and the shift be like 4 hours.
Right, nothing.
But it ain't like
Hard
dealing
work.
with fucking Target people. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like when you deal with retails on that type of level, bro, you would never want to go back.
Yeah. I mean, hourly pay 10, let's say 15 an hour versus 4 hours, 150. If you do the math,
Yeah.
In and out.
That was from Alan's friend too.
Right.
And then so he was the manager. As soon as he became the manager, bro, he was giving me all the closest gigs, and I would do 2 hour shift, $150. 2 hour shift,
Damn,
$150.
nice.
And we'd do 2 a days. You know what I mean? I was
Right.
making $300 at 18 years
Yeah.
old doing, and I'm selling sneakers,
right.
and I'm doing other shit on the side. So it was like, bam, making bread. And then, but I always knew that what I was doing with the streets was never sustainable. So, but this is like, see, like that's why I always I love it to this day because it really taught me a lot in my life and really gave us plenty of experiences, bro.
Right.
I lived my life like not to the fullest, but I lived my life more than a lot of others that I can talk to right now. You know what I mean?
You had a lot of experience, life experience.
Yeah. So
Underground and legitimate, I would say.
So I worked the photo booth for 3 years. So the 97 only lasted 1 year.
Right.
My man, so we were all in the mix. One of my friends, one of my bros right now, shout out to Grizz, we went to go pick up his car. I'm the only one with the license. My other man, Alan friend, just got the license. We go South Philly, pick that joint up. I'm like, yo, let me go drive your car. What was it?
It's Integra or some
Integra.
shit.
Back in the day, you know.
Right.
that
Acura Integra.
So I'm driving Integra, and then my man driving my car home, and he flying. We're like, yo, what the fuck? First week with a license, he's flying on the Broad Street,
Right.
and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Is he cool? And then next thing you know, we're almost home, 10 minutes from home. Me and Grizz sitting at the light, and then we're first car sitting at the light. Next thing you know, a car zooms right past us, crashes right into the wall. We were like, yo, what a dickhead. Boy just crashed in the wall. And we looked at it, we was like, that's my fucking car. So we ran out the car, and then
Shit.
we was like, yo, what the fuck? And my man was like, yo, the brakes wasn't working. But mind you, I drove the car home.
Right.
I mean, I drove the car there.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I had the car for a year already.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, it's either his inexperience of
He
driving
just
or his
got really
anxiety,
happy.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I drove it home using the brakes.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that was the first day that I really thought like life was against me. Cried. You know what
About
I mean?
your
I'm
car.
18, bro. First car.
Yeah.
Can't even get nothing done with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I was like, damn, life restarted.
Did you take his Integra?
That was Grizz's car. So Grizz held that. So next thing you know, I bought a IS 350
Okay.
at like 19.
Right. That was a nice car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You was stunting then.
I was stunting at 19.
How'd you get the funds to get that?
Do the other shit.
Okay. Okay.
And then so this is when me and Alan, this is when we're starting getting shredded. Like we're in the gym heavy.
Right.
now. And then Alan's booking. Next thing you know, Alan Ohead comes to me, yo, this is going up to how I met Dave. So Alan had come to me because I think he's tapped out or don't want no more new clients. So
In fitness.
in the booking, in the booking
Okay,
world.
okay.
So this is when I got introduced to loan sharking. So this is how I met Wes.
Okay.
Okay, so Wes,
Student of Dave's.
a student
Student of Dave's, yeah.
At the
I
time.
mean, fuck Wes.
Fuck
but
Wes, yeah.
At the end of the day,
I don't know Wes.
Oh, he was a student.
Oh,
he was one of Dave's
but you
first
know,
students.
I know of him.
Yeah.
We never.
but anyway, what was it? It was 20 racks.
He asked to borrow from you.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
asked to borrow from me.
I think
okay?
I heard this story actually.
So it was 20 racks. So I'm like, all right, I go.
And you
meet
lent
him.
it on the strength because he was.
I left it on the strength because
Because of Dave.
our old head.
Yeah.
I never knew Dave.
Oh,
I knew Wes
gotcha.
from
gotcha.
Alan's old head. So Alan old head was like, yo,
He
player,
he lost.
boy gonna get his leg broken. You know what I mean? Like that type of thing. Can you bail him out? So I'm like, all right. So I lent Wes the bread for like 2 months. He's paying me the juice. I'm seeing it every week. And then I'm like, bro, how can you afford this? Because this shit don't make sense. Like,
What was
bro,
the juice? What was the interest? Two racks?
It's gonna be like 1,200 every week
Okay.
for like 2 months.
Okay. And then the full
understand-
payment.
And then the full payment.
Gotcha.
So you gotta understand how much bread in between.
Right,
real
right,
quick,
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I'm
How much
like,
is that a month?
Almost
For
like
like
4,800.
40.
4,800.
Yeah, damn near $5 grand.
So like 5 racks basically. So every time I meet with Wes, I'll meet him at the office or like in South Philly, like
On Spring Garden.
11th and Spring Garden.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, how you affording this? Like, I want to know what you do because see, like me, like, yeah, I had times when I had an ego, but I also always knew I don't know everything. I
Yeah.
want to learn.
Right.
So when I met Wes, I'm like, bro, I'm raping you with this interest. How are you paying me right now? So he's like, oh yeah, I do real estate. So that's when I was like, yo. So Wes paid me the first 20. Then I lent him another 20 because he was in another pickle with the same situation.
Right.
And then that's when he burnt me for that. But I mean, that's another story. But I'm like, all right. So now I met Dave at a big seminar.
Oh, no way.
So I'm like,
Is
yo,
that the same way you met Dave?
So
I met Dave through
Okay.
this story.
yeah, so dealing with Wes, I'm like, how you doing this? And he's like, oh yeah, like I fuck with you basically. So come in the office and meet Dave, or come to this event and meet Dave. So one day, I think it's the same event, at the Hilton or whatever, and then on City Line Avenue, I think I met him there.
Okay.
And then I pulled up and I basically just had.
Was I there?
No, you weren't there. I
Okay.
met Dave before you met him.
Okay.
And so I basically met Dave, and I had a 2-hour conversation with him. I said, yo, I do this, but I want to get out of it, and I want to do something real.
Right.
And then at that time, dropped out of school. I dropped out of school because they cut my FAFSA. I had a year and a half left, and then I didn't know what to do. I knew I wanted to do business, but I didn't know what I wanted to do with
Right,
business.
right.
So at first I did accounting.
You didn't go to school though.
Went to CCP for
Okay.
a little bit, but then I also dropped out after I got my certification to be a trainer.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I went to accounting. That shit was so boring. I failed out the first year.
Right.
And then switched to finance, and then I went part-time. And then at that time, I still don't know what I want to do because finance is boring and shit too.
Yeah.
So, and at that time, I'm already making like almost 100 racks, and I'm young boy
Yeah.
too. So I'm
Selling
like, fuck it.
sneakers.
Selling sneakers and all this other shit too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro, I'm not even 21 yet. And then I dropped out. My mom mad as shit. But I'm like,
Did you tell her right away? Or you kind of just dropped out
I kinda
and
just dropped out and then told her later.
Right,
Not
right.
even like late, but I mean, she understand because
she figured it out.
I mean, I'm not like a rebel in a sense, but it's kind of like we always did what we wanted to do. Because at the end of the day, I look at it as like it's our life, not my parents' life. And now they don't say shit because I mean we bring home the cheese, so it's kind of like you know what I mean.
Y'all
we can
doing
really
new
move.
bathrooms for them, new
Yeah.
kitchen. Like, yo, go on vacation, come
Yeah.
back to the new house.
So
like,
we
damn.
met. So I met Dave, and then I went under his study in the office. This is me working for free. at that time because I'm just doing whatever. I'm just driving. I'm
So
making a
Dave,
routine
Dave,
out of
Dave
it.
allowed you to, like, he welcomed you into
Right away.
his place.
Yeah, I had like a 2-hour conversation with him, just telling him like what I want out of life, what I do in life right now, what I see myself in the future, da da da. Like me and Dave, like we're very alike in a sense because I mean he has a lot of commonality between my present and his past.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
me and him relate very easy, and then we have always on the same page every time.
Right.
And then so he basically took me in, and then I was cold calling. So he basically fucking, oh my God. I was cold calling for like 3 months, 150 calls a day. We was working on scripts, but it's kind of taught me how to talk to people in a sense to where it's like, all right, this is professional.
Yeah.
Let me know how to.
That's what
let
I'm
me
doing now
sell
with
somebody.
Leo.
Let me sell somebody.
Yeah.
So 3 months, just straight training, like cold calling. After that,
He's giving you the list and everything.
he's giving me a list. Yeah, I'm working with like George and shit.
Was
like
you
that.
working directly with Dave or his guys?
I was working with Dave a little bit, but then I was with George, West, and you know what I mean?
George West,
Yeah,
Greg.
But Dave would coach me. We would create a script together, and he would say like, "Hey, my name's Alvin." Like, you know how they learn how to project
Yeah,
your voice, like,
have the right energy.
Exactly. Like,
Right.
teach me energy
Yeah.
and like how to talk to people. So like that, I picked on really fast. After 3 months, no leads, bro. After 6 months, I was closing. I was like a 66% ratio close. So I
Damn.
would just be like, da da da. I was like on my prime. I was like doing 10 a month, like just renting out. So that was easy.
Oh,
bread for me.
renting out.
Yeah, I was renting out, but I mean, renting is like still good bread because you get the first month rent. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. You get the first month. You rent
Yeah.
out 10. That's like 10 racks.
Yeah, so
Just a phone call?
yeah, you know what I mean. So
Shit.
that was me.
Were you calling and showing?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. So I mean, once I get to the showing, I'm closing them because I'm just my personality. You know. What
Dang,
I
I didn't know you
can
did
get
that.
there.
Did you do any of that?
We were bringing in.
Oh, you both did the rentals.
later on.
So when I was going through that, probably like a year or two in, see, like me and Alan, we were always moving slow because we care about everybody.
Right.
We were never like, all right, let's just fuck everybody. Let's just go do this. Every time we did something new, group chat. Yo, guys, you guys want to do this? You guys want to join us on this?
Right.
So when I was getting real good at the rentals and shit, I'm like, yo, like I'm doing this. Who want to get into real estate with me? Because we kind of turning up right now. Like
All of your like
seeing some
sneaker
money.
guys and stuff.
Yeah, all of our friends. No, we have a core group of friends. You
Right,
know what I
right.
mean? That we chill with to this day. So the only person responding was our other friend and then Alan. Next thing you know, we all came into the office together. We started working, and then as I was fading away from that, Alan was getting into it. So
Getting into
the rentals.
Okay.
Yes, I was cold calling, picking up listings, and renting them out as well.
Damn.
And also working directly with Section 8.
And then now is when I figured. So see, with me, I can never stay consistent if it's boring to me.
Yeah, same.
Bro,
I'm the same way.
I crushed it for 3 months straight
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the showings, and then I just fuck all that. I need
It's like you gotta find something
I
that's
need something
you, and then
better.
you're cool with that.
Yeah.
If you're not a person that want more than that, you found your thing.
Exactly.
But no, I feel that like I'm always like, what else can I do?
'Cause Dave was like,
And I don't get this is too like closed. That's
Yeah.
how you found it. Hi, closed, okay.
yeah. So at that point, like, I did the marketing for the listings because Greg, he wasn't talk. He didn't know how to talk. You know, what I mean? Mumbo jumbo. Type shit.
Yeah.
And then I'm over here like, yeah, come look at us, da da da. And then this is one house on Alany that Dave still prays me over to this day. I got probably like over 1,000 leads on it.
Yo, I think he told
He
me
still
about
talk
that
about
story.
that
He
shit.
still talking about it.
He
Like,
still talk
yo,
about- that shit almost
how'd
like-
you do that?
That shit almost like 8 years ago. You know? And I'm
Bro,
like,
the way you tell it, he made me think it was like last year. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn.
But I'm like,
when
bro,
the fuck you got time to do
yeah.
that shit?
I don't even know how I did it. It's just whatever I felt at that moment.
Yeah.
Because, you know what I mean? So I just put my heart into it.
Right,
and
right.
It's just so, it was like thousands. It was like 200 a night, bro. Like,
Shit.
of just, yo. I wanna
People
come see the
inquiring,
money.
right?
That's a shitty ass house, bro. Like, Alany on a row house, like, nobody won't fucking live
Right,
there. You
right,
know what
right,
I mean?
right.
But at that part, I got a nurse in that joint. And then I don't know if she's still in there to this day, but
Shit.
you know what I mean? Easy money.
Yeah.
But after that, I got some money saved, and then I'm like, bro, what's up? What's the big move? And then this is like 2019.
Okay.
Dave.
I was with
buys-
Dave by then.
Okay, so Dave buys Washington Lane. What's the fucking address on that?
2117 East Washington Lane. Never forget.
2117 East Washington Lane, right? So this is like, so our background, my dad is a handyman, okay? He used to do big projects with my uncle, but me and Alan, we're never around. We're just fucking kids at that time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're not paying attention.
Yeah, we're not paying attention. We just fucking see them do it.
Being
and then
kids.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then, but it was always kind of like in us because of the way we move in life.
It's like your subconscious picked it up what they were doing, and you didn't think about it till you had to. Like, I remember my dad and uncle. Is that what they did? You know what I mean? You probably had that realization.
Lifting weights, being active is fun to us.
Yeah.
A lot of boys don't
do that.
want to lift weight. You know what I mean? I just want to play a game. But nah, like we would do that and like faithfully.
Yeah.
So 2019 comes and then Dave buys Washington Lane. So Dave buys the house and then I put up the whole rehab.
Yeah.
So that was our partnership. So I funded the rehab with whatever money I made.
You flipped it.
We flipped it.
Okay.
But this is our first. And so the thing that with me and Alan, life always hits us with the hardest shit the first time we do something.
I feel that.
Like, bro, they got Alan on camera throwing trash out the window into a dumpster. Like, we started demoing Washington Lane. We ain't know about permits. We didn't know about construction.
But what dumpster?
It was a commercial dumpster that we weren't allowed to have. But
So we put that shit in the backyard.
yeah.
You put a dumpster in the backyard.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're on camera dumping into it.
Yeah, the inspector came. L&I came by.
Oh, L&I
and
came
They see
by.
me out the 2-story window, dumping the trash bag out there. Snap.
Damn.
Because people were snitching. You know,
On
there's always
you
gonna be
guys.
haters on the
Yeah,
block.
yeah.
But I mean, our shit was dusty as shit. You know what I mean? Like
You just wasn't aware of the respect to the neighbors kind of thing yet, right?
yeah,
We didn't know
basically.
shit about construction.
Right, for
We
sure.
we
Zero
knew what we
experience.
see on TV.
That should happen for you guys. Because you say how, the hardest thing came through.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. Like, I learned the hardest shit first, and then after that, Easy.
Everything's easy.
like, you know
Yeah.
what? Give it to me now rather than later.
Right? Yeah, exactly. So like going through that is like
Hold on. So Dave bought this property, but you guys had an agreement where you said, all right, I'll do the renovation, I'll front the money, and we'll partner up that way.
yes,
Right?
Yep.
That was a mutual agreement.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's like 50-50.
What made
split.
you guys think you could do the renovation? Was it because your dad and uncle, the way you say?
I mean,
Like where did that conversation come about? Because I meant, look, it's going from cold calling, renting out apartments to he buys this property, we're going to become contractors today. Give me the contractor hat. You know what I mean? Like you go to the roll wall. What do you want to be today, contractor?
I think it's because like at the certain situation,
Well, you did say it was becoming boring, so you wanted
Yeah.
something.
but the way everybody's life was moving. All right, my oldest brother, Alex. Shout out to Taiga. That's like
Alex, the
oldest.
one that does wood.
Yes,
The
all
woodwork.
I love
all
him, bro.
all the craftsmanship.
Master.
But
He's
He-
so mellow.
He was working with my uncle doing construction.
Okay, so he has an
He
idea.
was doing construction since 16 with him.
Mm.
So Alex is probably like, I don't
He
know
don't
how old
talk
he
much,
is.
so he never
don't talk
talked to you
much.
guys about like, hey, why don't you guys come?
No. So like,
The oldest normally like that.
so
I thought that was you, because you don't talk much. I was like, nah.
yeah, like
Alex is
everybody
definitely
holds a
that.
different personality.
Yeah.
Me, I'm like gung ho.
Yeah.
Like you can't tell me shit. Like if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do
Yeah,
it. Like,
you're gonna learn it.
yeah, like
Let me know
that's How I
everything.
lost a lot of money just
Right.
doing random shit. But anyway, 2019 comes, they buy the house, and then my brother is working with my uncle.
He pitches you like, hey, do you want to do this? Or you?
Well, he's asking us.
He's asking
basically.
us.
He's always asking, what do you guys want to do? So he can help us achieve what we want.
Your dreams.
Yes.
Yep. He's a dream
So-
So at
coach.
that point, yeah, we was like, let's flip houses because we got the bread.
Right.
And then I only had so much bread though. You know what I mean? This is like everything I got
Yeah, yeah.
as I'm making it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
But
yeah.
this is our fucking.
You wanted to go towards something
Exactly.
meaningful.
So, Alex was working with my uncle, but he was getting underpaid for what he was doing.
There, I guess Alvin should have been on this side.
Don't matter.
No, it don't matter. It's just this camera is more just me and you. This camera, the seat will get individual reels the way I will. You know what I mean?
It's all good.
It's all good.
Should we squeeze into that seat?
I don't no. I think you guys. I'm just saying, whoever's talking more, you guys get the individual. You know what? Let me show you Tino's reel. Just so you have an idea of how it's gonna look because you're talking more, Alvin. You know, it's just like I want to highlight the Plug Brothers in general. You know, but it's just an option because your talking camera time is gonna be both of us in there. You get what I'm trying to say? It won't be highlighted.
So me and Alan just keep switching seats.
I mean, I think is this story going to shift to where?
So it's a long. That's why I said it's a long story. It's a long story.
Right, right.
There's a lot.
This
of
is almost.
It comes
Yeah.
out like this. You know, so go back. See how it highlights me too.
Yeah.
So when I have 3 people or 4 people, this is the seat that will get the individual reels too. You know.
I mean, it don't matter to me, honestly.
I want to give you guys the content though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be sharing it. If I share you and you're doing all the talking, it's going to be both of us getting shared. But you guys can switch off if you want. If you want, sit next to me if you want. I just don't know if the camera's on that side either.
Yeah, no,
You know?
it's not. You see it.
Is the story going to change to you soon?
I mean,
It's like
Yeah. Okay, continue.
We'll
Continue.
change
This shit good, yo. This is what I'm talking about.
It's a long story.
it's a long story. That's
Right,
why
right.
it's like kind of like we just be like nonchalant with it, like oh yeah.
Yeah,
But,
this
is us going into detail of how it actually came to be. You know what I mean?
The Plug Brothers.
The Plug Brothers.
All right, go ahead.
like the
Continue.
name Plug Brothers.
Right,
you know
continue.
What I mean?
So
I'll talk about
whatchamacallit?
that.
Yeah, 2019 comes.
He bought the
We're all-
Washington
we're
lane.
all like in a sense of state of like we're in between. We don't know what the fuck we want to do. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
So it's kind of like, all right, like all not happy. We're not happy. Let's just go try to do something
Else.
together.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like my mom's dream. Like all the brothers,
Come
oh
together,
my God,
yeah,
all my
yeah, yeah.
sons working together. You know how it be.
You know, yeah,
So
parents'
it's kinda-
dream in
yeah.
general.
So it's like Alex come, and then me and Alan come, and then we're just like sweat equity all fucking day. But I'm paying my brother with whatever I can pay him. But
Alex, because he was more
Alex.
of like an employee
yeah,
or work. He was he just wants to go in and do his work,
he
get
just want
paid.
to work. Yeah.
Right, and get paid
So,
for his work.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
Like he don't want to deal with the responsibility that me and Alan do.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
What I mean? Like he Ben tells us that. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of like, nah, we just take care of you basically.
Mhm.
So he's leading us. We're hiring subs, getting raped out the ass. We
When
got
you hire subs, are you guys like learning from them too?
Yeah, so we would watch them, learn from them, but more so it's like, yo, y'all taxing right now. Like, we could just do this shit ourselves.
yeah.
fool.
But we ain't know about that until we got deeper into the game.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, that was later.
we got stopped by L&I.
At that project.
Bam, work order. I go
Cease work
I go
order.
buy lunch for everybody, and I'm coming back. I'm like, yo, why the fuck everybody sitting outside? And then the team would be like a round of the friends. Yo, who want to work $100 a day? Come paint. Who want to do
Yeah.
this? Come caulk. Come paint. Come do the trim.
That's
know
how
what I
you
mean?
would get
That's
them.
how we
We
would
had
do
our
it.
guys,
We
yeah,
built
our
it
friends.
off the mud. Like
Right,
we really had no
right.
connection.
You gave opportunities
to our
Always.
to
friends.
whoever was
Always.
close to you,
To
the
our
closest
friends,
ones.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we would just be like, yo, who trying
They
to
weren't
work?
working or nothing.
At the time,
We have friends that went to school and didn't work too. So
Gotcha.
it's kinda-
It was the right time because
Yeah.
if I was working, you guys came to me. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like I would have to. A worker would have to really look at you guys like, you sure you could take care? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Well, no, we had.
I guess it was the
money-
right timing for your friends
yeah,
and shit
the
too.
Money wasn't a problem.
Gotcha.
To pay everybody. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like we had it coming, but at that time, yeah, it's like, yo, who want to work? Who want to do this with us?
Mhm.
We always gave a handout.
Opportunity out, yeah.
Opportunity. So it's kind of like, all right, these niggas fucked with us for couple months, and then
Mm-hmm.
we would just switch. It'd be funny as shit because a person you would think that can do hard labor would come to do hard labor, and it proves they can't do hard labor. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So it'd just be hilarious just seeing your friends and bros like just doing dummy missions every day.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
We didn't know what the fuck we were
Yeah,
doing.
you're learning as you go, too.
We were learning as we go.
Right.
So we got stopped. They shut us down for like 5 months, yo.
Damn.
And then that joint
Hold
took-
on. When they shut you down, is that the penalty to stop, or
Yeah.
when they shut
Penalty
you
to stop.
down? Wow.
and
So-
triple fines.
That's
fine.
crazy. They can't just shut you down and say, hey, go get what you need.
Nope. Though they do get you what you need, but you cannot enter the site. If they catch you, it's $2,500 fine per person per head.
Damn.
So I came back from lunch. I'm like, what everybody sitting outside for? What the fuck? And then walk up, big ass X on the sign, like stop work order. And then they came and was like, oh yeah, L&I came.
You talked to them?
Da-da-da.
Oh, you didn't
I
get to
wasn't
talk to
there.
them.
I wasn't
Right.
there.
No,
And then,
I spoke to-
The person to talk was probably you.
Yeah. And then next thing you know, we got shut down. Took us like 3 to 5 months to pull all the permits. We were struggling because we didn't have no connections at
Right.
that time. So we were calling our friends, our like people that work construction that we knew just to help us pull shit. So we finally pulled it, and then we finally like going through that project. We butt heads a lot because we all had different mindsets, different responsibilities at the time, different ventures. You
Different
know?
tastes too, towards
Yeah.
like finishing a house.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, all right, we'll argue and this brotherly argue. You know, brother's gonna argue.
Yeah.
But the argument is 10 times
Worse.
than a fucking friend-to-friend
Yeah,
argument. So we're over here like, oh, you're not doing this. Oh, you're not spending enough time here. You're fucking, you know what I mean? Like,
Right. You start to point the finger.
Yeah, exactly. So after all said and done, 10 months to finish, and we end up breaking even. But I mean, I look at
You learned a lot
But
though.
we set a new comp for the area though. Shout him.
Think about it. It's like 10 months, and it's like you pay for 10 months worth of class.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Literally.
And you broke even. It's like free class. Shit.
So ever since then, it's like I always said it to myself, whereas like lessons cost money.
Bro, look.
You will never
When I
lose-
met Dave,
Uh-huh.
I had 8 properties. And I lost all 7, and I only had 1 left. You know what I mean? So talk
Right.
about lessons.
Yeah.
Shit. Dave was like, yeah, Sean,
Yeah.
you about to learn today.
So lessons cost money. You will never learn unless you lose.
Yeah.
Life
It's
life
true.
just works.
You
that
got to
way.
pay for lessons in some
Yeah.
way, shape, or form.
And
Where
we stopped going to school, so this is life's lesson right
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
We're burning through money, and then we're just getting
So in that
better as
in
we
that
go.
5 months of stoppage, what did you guys do? You went back to like rentals or something?
Yeah, we were just bullshitting around the office and then et cetera. You know what I mean?
Dang.
But just trying to figure it out too.
Man, it's cool to hear, guys, because I'm a little jealous, to be honest with you guys, because when I met Dave, I was still working 9 to 5 at Timberland, but then I did my first wholesale. He told me to keep wholesaling. I didn't listen. In September, I did my first wholesale. In October, I got fired. He heard I got fired, gave me a call, and he was like, meet me at the office. I went to the office for the first time. Well, the second time. The first time I was at the Nick Tang's first event in Philly at his office. You know, they was like, hey, don't worry, I'm gonna build you back up, get events going. They did it at the Spring Garden. I went there, and then the second time I went there when nobody was there. So it was just like a whole new environment with nobody there. And I'm like, this is your office? And then I go around the partition, and I'm like, oh shit, look at all the addresses. And I'm like, oh my God, you got a table? That's when I seen Greg and Wes for the first time. But they kind of just brushed me off. You know, I was not really anybody, just trying to find my way of getting fired. But I had envisioned myself being in that office, going to work, doing what I gotta do, learn exactly what you guys are going through. I like, can't wait for that shit. It never happened. Never happened.
See,
The shop shut down.
Yeah.
When I came into his life, him and Wes were going through their departure of one another, and Dave's separation from him. And I was hearing these stories of Wes going around borrowing money. I didn't know who, but Dave telling me because of his relationship with people and Wes's relationship with Dave and being so close
Yeah.
for so long that people was like, yeah, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
Right. Exactly.
You know, and then
took a
Dave
piece
is
of
like,
that.
yo, why would you? And like, because of you.
Yeah.
And I didn't tell you to. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's a lot of, I'm hearing like 10, 20,000. Like, dang, I could use that. You know what I mean?
It got sticky there.
Yeah, but I meant hearing you guys' story of being in the office. I'm like, dang, I'm so jealous because
The thing about that is like, all right, we had time on our side. Like you didn't. Like we had time and money. You know what I mean?
I know I
That
really
gave us-
didn't because I had kids. I
Yeah.
had kids to worry about, a wife.
Like that gave us the ability to do what we wanted because
I'm
we had
proud
the
of
time
y'all,
to do
man.
it.
I'm very fucking proud. And I say this to all of the guys that don't have kids at a young age, in their 20s. I'm fucking proud of you guys because you guys really spent time to figure yourself out, get your business right, get your money right. You know, for me in my 20s, I didn't have none of that. I really am envious of that.
We had like 8 properties.
No. But besides that, in my 20s, I was learning on how to be a father, and then having a girlfriend or baby mother where I had guys around me eyeing her. You know what I mean? I was just trying to, 20s for me was just sadness
Yeah.
and heartbreak. You know what I mean? And seeing you guys in your element, grinding and having that brotherhood and stuff like that, and figuring yourself out first is just amazing, bro. I'm very envious and jealous, and ultimately proud of both of y'all, man. You're doing what you're a real example. Besides, the street stuff, but I was part of it. I was in the street. I say to everybody, the streets look fucking good. You know, the cool guys, the hot girls, the cars, the clothes, the jewelry. It looked good. Why the fuck wouldn't you want to be part of that? You know what I mean? But in essence, like, you guys really try to figure it out and kept your head straight. You don't hear a lot of that.
I mean, it was very hard for me myself to keep. I had a period when I was like 22 to 25, popping bottles every fucking
Right.
week, like 3 times a week. I was going out for like 2 years straight.
But
you
you
know what I mean?
should. You should. I think you should have done that.
He was popping out shit. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the timeline to do it, because now when you transition to adulthood, like real adulthood, where you're thinking about family. Like for me, at the age of 30 is when I started to really try to figure myself out. You know, out of all the 20s, 30s was like, you know what? I'm looking at my peers, starting a family, starting their career, whatever it is. And I was like, man, I'm not too happy with myself. You know what I mean? So even for you guys to stay on that mindset of, who am I? What am I going to do? But then, you know, you had a coach early on, Dave, to help put those questions in you to have you think about it. And I say that to a lot of people. I was like, if you don't have these certain questions, why would you think about it? Like Tino, you know, I remember when we first started doing real estate, I was like, yo, bro, what's your purpose? He's like, I don't know. I was like, have you ever asked yourself? He's like, no. So, and then that's when I really started to learn, if you don't ask yourself the right question, why would you look for a certain answer anyway? You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, you guys are really sharing a powerful story, you know, of what it looks like to kind of want to grow financially, mentally, and stuff like that, and not have the distraction of other shit.
There's plenty of distractions.
You know what? When I say distraction, I would say comparison of others, because it seemed like from your story, you guys were always looking inward. What can I do to improve? Yo, bro, what can you do to improve? Yo, where can we grow? You know, because at no point in the story did I hear you guys say, oh, this person had this.
Yeah.
It wasn't really, it's just always,
like, I remember one time where, all right, I was the one really getting the money, and then I would treat everybody like, yo, let's go eat. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then Alan and one friend pulled me to the side one day and was like, yo, I don't like you when you pay for everything like that. Like, you make me feel like less than. You know what I mean? And then I never understood that. You know what I mean? I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I just wanted everybody to eat. And then at that moment when they did that to me, it really changed my perspective about how to
treat somebody. Yeah.
In a sense. So, I mean, I always took that with, like, for the rest of my life.
Yeah, it's true, because I think everybody deep down inside them, female or male, they want to make their own way.
Exactly.
They want to find a way to take care of themselves. You know, so it's just like the first 1 or 2 times, oh, cool. But then every other time it's like, yo, I'm feeling less than of myself. You know, because it's not that they feel bad that you're doing it. They feel bad that they don't know how to give it back.
Yeah.
You know, they're not in a position to, so they're more just worrisome, you know? I definitely get that for sure. Dave would always share stories where when he made money, he told all his friends. But then from an adult perspective, you know, when you're locked into like family and stuff, it's like, yo, Dave, I can't do that. I got family and kids. Or I gotta work.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So at some point it shifts where you can't just get up and leave based off of other priorities. But then he's like, yo, don't worry about paying. I got you. But then it goes back to how a man or woman could feel about, like, y'all don't want you to get me no more.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So what was the transition to Plug Brothers then? Is that where it came about?
2020 COVID. Alan can take over.
Right? COVID. That's where me and Dave really started to link. 2019, and then when COVID hit is when.
So the thing about Dave, since I knew him first, I always thought he was a business coach. I'd be mad as shit. I'm like, bro, tell me the fucking answer. I don't want to waste time and learn it. I don't see, like, Dave is all about, here, take this and experience it. I mean, the experiences I'm grateful for.
Right.
I don't care for those experiences.
You want the answer.
I don't want to take the L's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just want the fucking keys and then let's just go. But nah, 2020 is what really changed me and Alan's perspective about doing the construction, because 2019 was very hard. We ain't make no bread. We were fucking bickering at each other all day, pointing fingers. Like, you know, it kind of almost like ruined us in a sense.
Yeah.
To where it's like, yo, can we even do this? And then when 2020 come, Alan can tell that story.
So, the name Plug Brothers, right? it wasn't really based on construction like that at the time.
Right.
'Cause
I remember.
It was a mix of everything that we were doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then me and Alvin, we just talked one night, and then we were like, "Yo, like we really the plugs for everything. Like we got what you need." And so at first it was sort of like a referral company, maybe charging like 10-20% on anything you needed done, right? Like whether it be like, oh, you needed I don't know, a car towed, or you needed your house done, or you needed some sort of like prescription for medicine.
Right.
Whatever it
Anything.
was.
Like Alan had a doctor in his pocket too.
Yeah, like we had a lot of people, professionals in our pockets because of
The network.
Yeah, when you loan shark or you know, all that stuff like that, like
You
you're
build
not meeting
relationship.
people with no money. You're meeting people with established businesses.
Yeah.
So there are people that owe you a lot of favors. Like
Yeah.
you go eat for free here, you get you get free massage, you get free surgery, whatever the fuck you need.
Right.
And so
It's like an underground type.
yeah, it's crazy.
It sounds like the mob shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
so we were like, yo, we really
You walking in through the back of kitchens and shit.
literally, literally, yes, in China.
Come through the back.
Yes. So that's how we had kind of established the name Plug. But it was like we're just the plugs for anything. We got what you need, basically.
Right.
And through that, Alvin was kind of working a bit of construction under one of our old heads as well.
Oh, you were.
He had a bit of
Okay.
experience, but
Yeah.
we knew at that time. This is when Market Street came along too.
Okay.
When
Was Market Street? No.
no Market Street.
This is when we were in Alany doing Furley.
Oh
and,
yes.
near Central doing.
Oh
17th
yeah.
Street.
This was all
Listen,
Dave's?
yeah.
This is Dave's old
So
shit. with
Dave
Uncle
had
Jay.
old shit with Uncle Jay that was just sitting there for years, and then it was like, hey, I just got these 3 kids during COVID, that I need just to be moved along, basically. And mind you, it's COVID. Everything is slow in the world right now.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting on like 3 cribs in Alny. It was a duplex and a single home, a corner home, basically. And basically, it was like, all right, it's just me and Alvin. We ain't had nobody else. Our older brother went to go do some construction a little bit, but he was with us for the most part too.
Oh, see, all right. See, before Alan continue that. So after we finished Washington Lane, we disparted. All
Yeah,
of us.
All of us.
We didn't have no crib ready.
We had no sense of direction on what the next move was. We just know like we just finished
When you
it.
finished it?
We finished the project and then
sold it.
nothing
Sold
was
it.
rolling.
Okay.
Yeah.
You broke even.
You know what I mean? Yeah, we had nothing next.
After.
So this is when Alan just made me remember this portion of our life.
Yeah.
We stopped working together. Alex went back to I had an old head. Alex and my little brother started working for him, and then I ended up started working for him to learn the trade too, because all I got is time now. He's paying me $10 an hour. I'm learning construction. So at that point, we're just
Figuring it
gaining
out.
our skills.
Right.
Doing
Individually
other people's
too.
projects, but we're working under somebody.
Got
we're
it.
not doing our own shit right now.
Okay.
And then that's when 2020 comes, and then
Everything
Yeah,
stopped.
And at that time too, like, you know, Dave's one of those. See, it's like when you feel like, oh, I got a mentor now, right? You know, reality versus expectation. You think the mentor gonna give you all the keys, tell you everything,
Right.
tell you everything you need to know to stay ahead in life, right? But no, like coaching and mentorship was totally different from what I expected. where
Yeah, it's
like,
not what you think at
bro,
all,
you gotta,
bro.
it's like
I'm
you figure that shit out on your own. I'll help you if you get stuck. That's
Right.
literally it. So it's like, yo, what the fuck? It wasn't doing shit for me. So I was also getting mad too. Like, yo, you really not really like.
You wasn't used to what that type of coaching was.
Exactly. Because
that's why I said Dave is more of a. Over the years, Dave is a mindset coach, not
Yeah,
a business.
You know what I learned though? Because I've spent a lot of time with Dave, and what you guys are saying, I felt too. You know what I mean? And then I look at Dave and I was like, what the fuck does he got to go through in order for us to achieve what we want, right? And I think this is good for you guys to hear, because I asked, I was like, what is he trying to give us? You know, and it's like you say, he could give us the answer. He can give us the answer, right? But then it's like when you need another answer, then what? Are you going to be able to use your brain, or you're just going to always have to rely on him for the answer?
Exactly.
So from doing so many deals with Dave, I watched Dave allow myself to demolish deals. And I'm like, damn. Like in hindsight now, I'm looking, I was like, that he had to sit there and watch so many deals go down the drain just so that I can be in practice and learn it, rather than just going in and doing it himself. But then I would never grasp the lesson or the perspective needed to grow, right? And then when I did grasp the perspective, I went back to him, I was like, damn, bro, I like, wow. I like, how many fucking times did you have to sit there and watch you making thousands of dollars go down the drain because you allowed me to learn from it and fuck it up? You know what I mean? I was like, damn, Dave, I like that takes a lot of like willpower though. Cause even for me now, because I have a mentee, I'm teaching them cold calling, and I don't like the coach in general. So I'm like, any little thing, I'm like, yo, just give it to me. I'm taking it over. I was like, I'm not about to let you fuck up this assignment fee of 15 to 20, 30 grand because you're trying to learn. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that shit. Like, if you want, you better go talk to Dave or something. You know what I mean? Not on my dime. Fuck that, you know? So for me, I can't do it. I can't let it slip. But for Dave, when I look back at my training, I was like, dang, it's so many times he could have probably just said, do this. But then it's just like, I don't never really get it.
Where's the fun in that, right?
Like, where's the fun in that? And I'm like, oh, man, so to hear you say it, I know exactly your struggles because it's not a normal type of coaching mentorship that somebody will allow you to lose out, or not even allow you, but they're watching their losses too.
Yep.
And then have the calmness, the patience,
The grace
to all go
fail.
through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Together.
I'm like, shit, Dave, like you better than me.
But with all that being said, too, you know, it's like when you reflect on it in hindsight, like very grateful for Dave. It's like if you didn't go through that kind of like trauma yourself, no true strength doesn't lie in that. You know, if he just gave you the keys, answers every time, it doesn't really develop your character. It doesn't really, you know,
develop your mind to think.
Exactly. So for that, like, it helps you achieve like true inner mastery, where it's like, yo, I know I gotta just stay on top of things, or stay on top of myself too. Otherwise, like, somebody giving you the answer, you're gonna be dependent your entire life. Trying to find answers.
It pushes you to do whatever it takes to the best of your ability to get what you need before you have to
100%.
say, have humility and say, you know what, I really can't figure this out.
So like a make it or break it type.
And it's just like, give it your all first before you quit.
Yeah.
See what you're made of before you quit. You know, and I first realized this about Dave when I had this deal during COVID, right, in Southwest Philly, right on Lindbergh. I did everything in my power, and I was telling Dave, I know Southwest. I grew up here. I lived here, this, that. You can't, I know this, don't worry. And it was to the very end, bro. I had it for like a month. Me and seller communicated, and I was like, Dave, I think we should just let this go. I can't, the seller's not budging. I can't do it. And then he was like, okay, you ready to really let go? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, all right, how about you listen to me now? And I'm like, all right, whatever. You know, let me listen. You know, he would tell me to do it. And I was like, all right, let me do it. And he was like, no, don't do it just to do it. Because there's a mindset where you could do it just to prove somebody wrong. Like, let me do it just the way you said it, just to show you don't work. And then he was like, nah, Sean, I don't want you to go there with that energy. I want you to do it as if you know this shit's going to work. And then that's when I went in with his mindset, his step-by-step instructions. I accepted it. I allowed it to flow through me. And then I was like, holy shit. Next thing you know, we made 30 grand. During COVID, I'm like, what the fuck? And then that's when I really started to let go of what I think it may be or what I think I know. And I allowed him to give me the options to choose his way versus my way. You know what I mean? And from that point on, I learned to allow our conversation to just bounce back and forth with one another. Because I learned that I was like, I'm very strong-willed. And I mean, all of us in the beginning of mentorship, we're like, I know myself. I know what the fuck I can do. I know, you know what I mean? So it's just like, he was always just allowing me to, he was flowing with me, allowing me to figure it out. Knowing damn well he's like, this dumb motherfucker, man. I wish this motherfucker would just listen to me. He don't know how much we could go further. But then it's like, I tell him, I was like, yo, Dave, regardless of whatever you could have said, nothing would have made me deter from what I would have done myself. There's no way. I was like, and I tell him all the time, I was like, yo, Dave, that's naturally with everybody.
You learn when you learn.
Yeah. And I said, you got to find somebody in a I quit kind of state to let go of whatever they think they're thinking and allow somebody else's mindset to flow into them and be like, I'm going to do what you say. Wholeheartedly, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So I know what you're saying when you say, Dave, like, just give me the way you're teaching, I'm not fucking with it, especially from a physical aspect, because I'm physical too, you know? I when we met, I was like, yo, let's go to the gym, train me. Like, I love that shit, you know? So it was more like, yo, coaching training from a physical standpoint. So when we went to mental training, it was like, yo, you're fucking annoying me. You know what I mean? Tell me the answer. Stop making me think. So I get you. What was that transition like? You know what I mean? Being with him, and then I still going on to the Plug Brothers thing. You're building up to that.
Yeah, so all that's just kind of like going through our heads, because it's like it's just not what you expect, the mentorship, the coaching and all that stuff, right? But at that time too, when he gave us those 3 houses in Albany, or 2 houses in Albany, at the time I was also a real estate agent. And I bring that up because like Dave was like, oh, go experience every avenue of real estate, see what you like to do.
Yeah.
And from there, just being a real estate agent was really boring. Coming from a rental specialist, right, working with Section 8 directly and everything like that, it all kind of seemed repetitive and boring. So when we got into construction, after doing Washington Lane, these 2 Olney cribs, it was kind of like a part-time thing where it's like, man, like I'm still doing training on the side too, and it's like
you didn't let go of that yet, yeah?
No, wait, I think I did let go of it.
Okay.
We were still just getting money from.
No, you were still training.
Was I?
You're still training.
Oh yeah, it was a little bit of training, bit of training. I didn't completely let go because I still had like good clients that I wanted to keep close with.
Right.
But at the same time too, it was kind of like a part-time thing. Construction was like a part-time thing since
we ain't need the bread.
We didn't know we wanted to go full force in it yet.
Cause you was still in the streets doing sneakers.
They call it the pandemic. We call it the bandemic. This is when you made most money you ever made in your life.
Bro, everybody.
When people bring up COVID times to me right now, I say, don't even bring up fantasy no more. That's a fantasy.
Yo.
You know what I mean? All that shit that happened.
Man.
Oh yeah, 3.5% interest rate. Oh, I'm selling cribs over asking $60,000. Bro, you don't even see that shit no more.
No,
you know?
it was a blimp in life.
I never thought like COVID would shut gyms down. You know what I mean? So that's what was like gym period. Like you had
the gym,
gyms closed down completely.
Right.
I was like, all right, it's time to switch it up now because you're still kind of hustling or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Yo, Dave, what's up, bro?
Oh shit.
We talking about you, man. We talking a lot of shit about you.
Dave, tell him to come.
You playing pickleball right now?
Nah.
7:30.
7:30 they're playing.
Oh damn, y'all playing at 7:30?
I'm not, but they are.
Oh, okay.
Come.
Tell Dave come. We still got some time.
Yeah, you got time.
What you guys doing now? Nah, man.
We're still in the podcast. We'll probably wrap up in like 30 minutes because I know Drew wants to go home.
Wait, you still at the podcast?
Bro, man, I'm fucking tuned in. Their story, I never even heard their story. You know what I mean?
We didn't even scratch the surface yet.
I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.
All right,
man?
bro.
All right, man.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
So you're still training?
And just hustling.
You're trying to figure out COVID happened, gym shut down. You're like, oh shit, I gotta really pivot.
Yeah, and construction was kind of like a side gig for funsies, just showing up whenever you want, get whatever you can get done for the day, and then dip.
We'll go like 11 to 3, 12 to 4.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Whatever, just a whatever kind of thing.
But then, it's like fast forward. All we had to do for these cribs was like kind of like just paint and put in floors. So if you know me and Alvin, it's like growing up, we were always arguing, butting heads.
We hated each other.
Yeah, we're complete opposites of personality and everything. So
thanks to Dave for that.
One of Dave's greatest was his goal for us was like, yo, I need to get these 2 brothers together. So basically, we were in a crib, just him in one room doing floors. I'm in another room doing floors.
Talk, bro.
No talk.
4 hours.
Yeah, you know how it is. And just grinding through it because at the end of the day, like, we knew we had a greater purpose to serve to put our family on, basically. Ain't nobody was going to take care of family like we were going to take care of family. Like, we had to. So, after we finished one of the cribs, started working on another one. That crib during COVID, somehow, like...
We turned 20. We finished the 2 cribs. We put 10 each, basically, and then Dave cut us a check for 80 bands.
On both properties?
Yeah, so 20... Yeah, we basically
combined.
made...
Okay. Mm-hmm. But you put out 20 grand, and you got back 80. Yeah,
so that was real money in there.
That was like...
We got the picture.
He really...
It's an $80,000 check. Like, we never seen...
I remember that day, too. I remember him telling me about it.
Photos of a couple
I just didn't know... I mean, at the time he did
joke.
mention you guys, I just wasn't... I was in my own shit that I was like, all right, cool, whatever. I ain't making that shit. You know what I mean? But
so when me and Alan looked at John, what's that? 20 to 80? Damn. Yo, we eating right now.
And y'all ain't even talk to each other. Y'all was like, yo, come bring it in.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like, this is real.
He paid y'all to become brothers.
So it was like, oh, there's some real money in this right now.
Mm-hmm.
So after, like, towards the end of one of our projects, we picked up one of our young boys, at the time. Nikki G. Shout out to Nikki G, man. He's been with us since day one.
I know him, right?
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know
White
him.
Nick.
Oh, wait, yeah. What's up, Nick?
Yeah, he stuck it out with us till now, bro. Like
He's our
Yeah,
first,
he's still here.
He's
Yeah.
our first real employee.
he really turned up with us.
But
I love
mean,
all
like,
y'all workers.
But we
Except the slow ones. Y'all slow they ain't here no more, I guess.
But like, see, like with Alan going off what Alan said, like we were bickering the whole time. Bro, you're not here on time. You're not here. Like, you leaving so fucking early.
This was before the check too.
This is before the check.
Yeah,
Like,
just
bro,
going through it.
That joint was hard as shit.
Yeah.
One of the hardest things we've done together.
Took
You know
a
what
year.
I mean?
Well,
And then,
damn near.
But hiring Nick is like we put our egos to the side, our differences to the side, and said, "Yo, this young boy really depending on us for his livelihood." That's what really gave. I don't know about Alan, but it gave me purpose.
Right, sense of purpose.
Because it's like, bro, we're just doing this just for shits and giggles. Like, we making crazy money already. And then it's kind of like, and we're still young. And then it's like, when Nick comes, it's like, damn.
He's doing it to
He's
feed
relying
his
on
stomach
us
and his
to feed
family.
him.
Yep.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So me and Alan, like, really talked about it. Like, yo, like, let's just put that shit to the side and really just focus on
Yeah.
Plug Brothers.
Creating.
Building something together.
Well, how did that
What did they
convo
call
of
Plug?
the Plug Brothers? Like, did you guys just in your room one night and be like, yo?
So I seen that shit on Instagram one day.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not a real name, but I seen them just tag it like a hashtag. I said, oh, Plug Brothers. That's kind of like me and Alan right now. So I remember me and Alan, it was EDC weekend. And then our friends were over in Vegas.
Right.
And then we got mad FOMO. So me and Alan, fuck it.
Flew
Let's
over.
Cop the flight.
Night
we flew
before.
over there.
Damn.
Night before. We just flew the next day out. And then we was there for 3 weekends. And then
3 weekends.
I mean, my bad. 3
The
days.
okay.
It was so crazy, bro. 3 days weekend. We probably slept like 6-8 hours throughout the whole weekend. We were partying. We were going crazy.
Napping.
And then me and Alan, like, this is when like we kind of dictated our name to like Plug Brothers.
Plug Brothers.
Like, we got a picture like smoking cigars out, and I was like, oh, we're the Plug Brothers. And then because we basically got everything you need. You give us a call.
Dang.
See, the way we built our success is off of our network.
Right. I just got a vision of you two. Not their style, but the presence of like Andrew Tate and his brother. How they're. I just got that feeling from you guys just now. You know the way you said that.
Yeah.
Dope.
So like, we always pride ourselves. See, so a lot of people get it twisted to where they're scared to ask.
Ask what?
Ask a question.
Ask for help or anything
Ask for
too.
help.
From you guys?
No, in general.
In general. I mean, I
life.
think that's everybody.
In life.
You know what I mean?
I mean? Like, you don't know until you ask.
Yep.
right?
You don't receive until you ask.
And the least they can do is say no.
Right.
Me and Alan, fuck all that. They know me. They used to call me breast milk kid because I used to ask the dumbest questions. Like, I would bombard you with mad questions, but that's for me to learn, to get it, and then bam, the solution is right in my head already. Like, all these questions you think is stupid, it's not stupid to me because now I'm already ahead after you answer these questions. So me and Alan, we used to just
Use our network.
Our phone?
Crazy.
yo, can you do this for me?
Right.
You fuck with me, right? Like, that's what I'm. That's in my head. I'm
You're
like,
plugging
you
them
really
in.
fuck with me?
Yeah.
You gonna do this shit for me?
Right.
And then it's kind of like I'm putting bread in your pocket, you putting bread in my pocket. So how is that sliming each other?
Right.
We're
It's
helping
business.
each other.
Yeah.
It's business. So that's how Plug Brothers really came to be because me and Alan, we were never scared to use our network. We always
Ask.
gravitated towards our network to bring us to the next level, to bring us to complete this shit, to bring us to just in life, like trying to become better.
Right.
So
I think that's what Dave prides himself in is that it's better together.
oh yeah, for
You
sure.
know, and I think that's what the tribe promotes the most is that, you know, when we come together, everything just seems to always be better versus.
It's fun together.
Yeah,
bro.
it is fun together. We win together. We, you know.
They say it's only lonely at the top because the only boy at the top is the one getting the money.
Right.
But if everybody getting money, everybody at the top.
Right.
So it's kind of like, how can you be lonely at that point?
Hey, babe, I'm still here with them. With Alvin and Alvin. I'll call you back, okay? Love you. I'm scared of her. All right, so nah, man. I meant that's how the Plug Brothers story came about. I really wanted to ask you guys that because I was curious. I never knew. your backstory with Dave and how that story came about. You know, the name, because I know recently, probably like 2-3 weeks ago, I know you guys were sharing other people's stories, you know, and then you both captioned, "This is OTS shit," you know, and then I looked at it, I was like,
that was
I know,
their caption. I'm just reposting it.
right? You are reposting it, but you also captioned, you typed it up, also, and I it felt good to just, I'm like, you know what, I don't want to, I don't even want to see that, because I know what came before that, you know, and I think that what you guys have really done with the name, the Plug Brothers, is has a lot of power in it, a lot of statement to it, you know, a lot of vibe and good energy to it, and I didn't want you guys to forget about that, you know.
See,
Never,
like
bro.
we never forget about that.
I know I never forget about
like-
it, you know, and I know how easily somebody can forget about it when you're in. You guys are in a good place right now where you're making some good money.
Like,
Your clientele, you know, it's almost like you can feel the way, I
People
don't know
ask how.
But I don't know if you guys
How,
feel this
right?
way where you feel like you need them, but from my perspective, from being a real estate investor, right, that flips and does rentals and values a fucking amazing contractor, like a contractors that value what the fuck they're doing, you know, to the fullest potential.
Yeah.
The value from an investor's perspective, we need you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, we understand that. We understand that.
Right? And then it seemed like you guys are working with some amazing investors right now.
We got some big dogs.
You guys are working with some big dogs, and you're taking on all their projects and shit.
See, but
you
like,
know?
this is where I come back to the underground stuff and all the hustling.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, you only want to fuck with people who do big shit.
Exactly.
You don't make no money. I mean, you make a lot of money doing small shit, but you get a lot of stress, a lot of problems.
You do.
Doing small shit. You know what I mean? I'm taking care of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bro, we really carry like 4 or 5 clients, and so with Puck Brothers going up 2020, we're doing 2 projects. Fucking a whole year.
Yeah.
You know what I
remember.
mean? Just to see fucking 80 bands. But that really turned us up like, oh shit. And then like Pluck Brothers is built very unorthodox.
Yeah.
Me and Alan always say that. Like, yo, you guys want to work corporate? Go to fucking work corporate. Me and Alan run the way the company is, the way we want to run it.
That's what I say with this, you know, like I had somebody here the other day. He does brand new construction from the ground up in South Philly, Drexel Hill area. And he was like, "Sean, you know, I don't know if I want to come on. I have a PR." And I was like, "Yo, I don't give a fuck about you or your PR." You know what I mean? And I said, "This is a place for us to just have fun and be ourselves." And I said, "We're the creators of this." You know, I said, if you want to talk business and have that PR shit, go on somebody else's podcast. It's not this. And I said, the reason why I'm asking you on is because I genuinely care about you, not your fucking company.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just wanted to, like, I like what you said. Like, we run this shit. It's how we want it to go. We're the creators of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're not following the norm. And it's like, if you want the normal, you know what the normal look like.
Yeah.
Go on, like, fuck normal. You know what I mean? It's that 9 to 5, or go on a podcast that's normal related. You know, you could talk up your bit. We don't want that shit. You know, I like not being normal, and I realize that the people who are not normal get talked about the most sometimes. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I welcome it today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I relish in not being normal. You know, that's why you always see me in so many different colors and shit. Like, I love vibrant radiance. You know what I mean? So I feel that a lot, bro.
But with Plug Brothers, I consider us a team of underdogs.
That's all of Dave's students, bro. We underdogs for
we
real.
all like
We the ones that nobody really want.
we all like dropouts.
Yep.
We don't know what we wanted to do in life.
Yep.
We had no help. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, people helped us, but we had to sacrifice something for the
You know,
help.
I always say like I didn't have good parents either. You know, they didn't conversate with me. They did what they needed to,
I'm
right?
not saying my parents weren't good.
Right.
Because
But they weren't in a financial
exactly
place.
You know
That's what I meant. They weren't financially stable, right?
Exactly.
So when I look at other people, right, and I see their dad helping them, their mother helping them, right, and I'm like, man, I genuinely love that shit because I don't think of it as a bad thing. Like, oh, you had your parents help, because when we have kids, our kids are gonna be them. You know what I mean? For me, I learned to recognize when I am in comparison, because comparison kills, right? It will. But I was like, when I do compare, who should I compare to? I was like, should I compare to that guy right there who had a great father, who was in construction that helped him become an investor and all that. Or should I compare myself to the father who he didn't look like he had it, and he allowed his son to have it. So when I see that, I was like, yo, I'm not you. I'm actually your father. And I was like, I'm fucking proud of you, because I hope my son is just like you, follows in the footsteps and takes everything I have. You know what I mean? And I feel that a lot. I take it personal when I say that, because, I got a 19-year-old son, and he's not nowhere close to me. As much as I try to tell him what I have available, I have to allow him to come at his time.
Yep.
I learned that I'm probably not the one to tell him. And I accepted that, and I said, at the age of 19, 20, when I was doing the street stuff and idolizing them, I asked myself, I was like, what could anyone have said to me, or even me, if I was to go back? What could I say to myself, or anyone say to me, to have me not go that route? And the truth is, when I really have a lot of humility and honesty with myself, I say, there's nothing nobody could have said to me to deter me from wanting to do what I wanted to do, to explore what I wanted to explore, to hang out with the people that I want to hang out. So I said, you know what? If that is the truth, the only thing I could do is wish it happened sooner. I say that to my son. I was like, I hope you explore the streets sooner, and everything that has to come with it, because he is going to experience it all.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I say, experience it all to the point where you're done with it, and then come to me. That's all I could, you know what I mean? And I still pray every day, you know what I mean? Like, people look at my life and see that they may think it's happy and stuff. But I was like, there's really one thing that I don't have put together, is my oldest son. You know what I mean? I wish I had it better, but that was my learning process, and I don't hold myself in a light where it's dark anymore, because I was like, in my 20s, I was learning. I just had to sit with that karma today and say that I wasn't there for him the way I should have. But I was still a kid learning how to be a father, you know what I mean? Like, think about it, a kid being a dad, you know what I mean? It's still no excuse, but it's karma I have to live with, you know what I mean? And I hope that I get better every day for when that day he comes, that I'm ready for him, you know what I mean? So, like, to see you guys in that state, I feel you, you know what I mean? Because your next generation, your kin, they're going to reap all the benefits of what you guys built, and I know what it's like to build from the ground up versus somebody that will be the parents to support, and that's what we're looking to become, is the parents to support our kids. And I think you guys are both in that transition right now where you've had a lot of fun, and now you're looking towards what's that next chapter in my life. And when I say chapter, not in a business sense, because I think that you guys are like, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys are making almost like 6 figures a month. You know what I mean? Correct me if I'm wrong. But now you're in a place where, like, finances, my financial fitness is good. Now it's just like, what does life fitness look like? Family fitness look like,
Yeah. I think we're still in the state of developing Plug Brothers. Well, I could say last year was when we set the foundation, finally.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, it's like, we started 2019, but we ain't no shit. We ain't have shit. You know what I mean? All we had was money to keep funding things. Like, we used whatever we was making as a vehicle to success of where we are today.
You kept throwing it back into
bread, you know what I mean? Like,
your growth.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, we would live poor as shit just to keep investing, reinvesting. Like, bro, you gotta understand. Like,
and that's hard to do.
You understand?
That's hard to do when people around you got cars, clothes.
Oh yeah, like,
you know what I mean? And you're like,
I got a lot of friends, and then they kind of be like, damn, like, when I look at it to them, it's like, all right, they got this, I don't have this. But at the end of the day, it's like, I got Plug Brothers. I hold Plug Brothers at the top of the fucking hat at the mountain, because it's like, bro, I got something real.
Right.
You cannot take this away from me.
It's like how you said, like, they have this, but I got a system to produce. You know what I mean?
So it's kind of like, like Nick didn't know nothing.
Today,
it's so hard to teach somebody skills. It takes people years, months, or weeks to learn, right?
Yeah.
And not everybody learns on the same scale.
Nope.
So that was when me and Alan was understanding how to become a leader, how to become a boss. Because at the end of the day, we're all friends. We're all brothers.
Right.
How can you be a boss to a bro? How can you be a boss to a friend? It's
yeah.
very hard.
It's hard.
They always say, don't mix family and business, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, we did all that shit.
Yeah.
This is all of us right here. We got 10 of us today. 9 of us are the core foundation of Plug Brothers. And we're all at least 5, 10, 15 years of friendship.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, how do you run a business like that?
Yeah.
It's very hard.
Yeah.
And then me and Alan, like 2023, we scaled. Like we had we found the big dogs, and then we ran it up with the big dogs. We're doing one at a time. And then next come two. Like one, pump it out like that.
Right.
Because we have fucking manpower. The reason why we're successful is because we can draw a lot of people in and finish a product.
Y'all through the grapevines, these big dogs need you now. I heard that you guys set the bar so high that these big dogs ain't got nobody else.
That's what I'm saying. Like we're trying
You
to
know what I mean? So really, who is the big dog now? You know?
I mean, we're not very egotistic people. You know what I mean? But
I can tell. Yeah, you know what? I would say people under the tribe with good vibes, under Dave's mentorship, he shuts that down. You got a big ego, he's gonna check that shit from the gate. You know what I mean? So if you did have it, you know, over time it kind of just eliminates because you see the bigger picture of good vibes.
Nah, the
you know
way
what I
I
mean?
move is like, I don't know nothing, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yo,
nothing,
same
bro.
shit. When
You know what I mean? Like, I'll figure it out.
Bro,
but
it's
I
better
don't
to
know.
act clueless and have somebody like, what do you know?
I don't know
I don't
shit,
know.
you know what I mean?
Educate me.
I just talk a lot of shit. I
Bro,
don't
it
know
takes
shit.
a lot of humility to say I don't know. You know,
Yeah.
surprisingly or not, because in today's society where you can go in a setting and be like, yeah, I know everything. You know what I mean? But it's just like for us, for our trade, like, I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? Like,
So
show me all the fun. You know what I mean?
Like we started coming together, and then our clients would be like, "How you know this boy?
Yeah.
We don't do nothing. We're not really on social media. We're not really out there
I know.
like that. You know what I mean?
I know.
But
No marketing.
we can be in the rooms.
Right.
You know what I
right.
mean? Like, I could be in the room with you.
You can make
I'm
a presence
in the room
for
with
sure.
Dave. I'm in the room with fucking Nick Tang. I bet knew Nick Tang. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, oh, how you know them?
Yeah.
And then it's like, we don't even show it. We just be moving, chilling,
Yeah.
drinking. Just,
See,
you know what
sometimes
I,
I
mean? Like,
feel bad too because I had somebody reach out to me recently and wanted me to connect them with Nick Tang. But then I'm like, dang, Nick don't like his phone being given out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was like, I don't even talk to him direct like that. I was like, I talk to his partner, Dave. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I can't really make the connection for you. And then they went and made the connection elsewhere. And then it made me feel like, dang, it's because I didn't want to. You know what I mean? But in reality, it's just like, that's just how Nick is. He just don't,
yeah.
you know what I mean? He's not going to. And then the person he got the number from, Nick ended up like, yeah, I'm going to talk to him. I don't give my number out the number. So if I give it to you, you're going to try to say so. I know exactly what you mean about knowing everybody, but sometimes not necessarily always wanting to connect the dots. You know what I mean?
Like, it's a game.
It's a game. It
a
very
game.
much is a game. And
game,
then
you
it's
know
just
what I
like
mean?
perception versus reality could play with you.
Exactly.
It could play with you because then it make you look bad. But it's just like, hey, do I idolize you asking me for the connection, or do I value the connection I already? You know what I mean? The rules to that connection. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get it. I get it.
So, like, last year, we set the foundation. We hired new people because we needed more manpower as we started to scale. Like, the last 2 years, I told Dave, like, yo, me and Alan, we're changing every quarter, every 6 months, every 4 months because of the life-changing experiences that we're having. Like, we're 2023 going to 2024, we're doing one at a time. Bam, finish that joint. Damn, y'all finished that joint fast.
Right.
And then it's like, oh, here's 2. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Here's 4. And then, like, this is like month after month after month.
Yeah.
We're doing 1, 2, 2, 4.
Yeah.
Summertime
You're
come,
getting
we're
faster,
fucking doing 5, 6.
Yeah.
And the summer come, we're doing like 9 at this
Yeah.
time. And then me and Alan, we're going crazy because it's like, yo, how you gotta think about it, we almost 10x'd in 1 year.
Yeah, I know.
In 1 year in a
I
short
know.
amount of time. And you know how long it takes to do a month, like 3 to 4 months average. You know what I mean?
Even veteran investors take 6 months to a year. You guys are completing their shit in like 2-3 months.
So yeah, with that being said, it's like we were understanding on how to figure the flow of
Right.
materials, scheduling, payroll.
Yeah.
Bro, our payroll is fucking over
I'm sure.
crazy
It's
bread
a lot
right
of
now,
moving
you know what I mean?
parts.
It's a
I'm
lot
sure.
of moving parts. And money runs the train for everything. So if you ain't paying, we can't move as fast.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, we were understanding on how to scale at the same
And
time.
I know you're working with investors where they have hard money lenders and you have to wait for the draw.
Yep.
And you have to put out first, or they have to put out
Yep.
first.
See, what the thing about separates us Plug Brothers from a lot of construction companies, we're not money hungry or money like enticed.
Right,
You know
right,
what I
right,
mean?
right.
Like boys will finish the job. Yo, Al, can you pay me, bro? You just finished 30 minutes
We
ago. I
didn't
didn't even get to look
it.
at that shit
Yeah.
yet. You know what I mean? Like we're not them type of bulls to be like, pay me right now, pay me right now.
Right, 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 right.
But that's
right,
the
right.
wrong fact of us. But we just do that.
It's something that you guys would say you have to work on.
you have to work.
right,
on.
It's
right.
always it's also them
Because you
too.
shouldn't brush it underneath the rug, but there should be a timely manner to collecting payment for
Yeah,
your work, right?
For sure, but it's also the like not to put any like not to talk bad about other or compare to other contractors, but it's like they're probably used to working with like shitty investors or shitty clients,
Mm-hmm.
doing ones and twos where it's like they have to kind of like fight for their bread every
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
you
yeah,
know what
yeah.
I mean? Like
It's
we're
true.
working with people with integrity, where it's like we're really trying to build each other up here. Where we
They have
know
a
the money's good.
reputation that they
Mhm.
care about too.
Exactly.
Like the clients that we look for right now, or investors, everybody our age, we're on the same mindset. We're
Yeah,
on the
right.
same page. We're on the same trends.
You're at a I would say society right now, especially with social media, we're at a place where we want to showcase what the fuck we could do. We're made of.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And then
Always pushing that
with
too.
social media, if you are active, you want to fuck up that reputation, especially if you're spending time to create content,
Yep.
share your value, give tips. It's just like one wrong transaction or treating somebody wrongly could really sink your shit, right?
I think like that being said, like this is why me and Alan were kind of like getting to the top of our game because we don't let that type of distractions bother
to you.
us. Because it's like boys want to do content. Me and Alan did content. We spent 3 hours doing that shit. We like, damn, this shit take a lot of time. We don't got time for this. We gotta fucking worry about the real money.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It has to happen like casually.
Because if we got to this point,
You know what I mean?
we got,
Yeah,
we got to this,
organically.
if we got to this point to where we didn't do zero marketing, bro, we spent $0 in our whole
Bro,
history of Plug
my
Brothers.
team for this asked me like, do they have what's their social media? What's this? And
You show it to them. Our
they,
social
they
media was
want
like
it.
shit.
They want it so that the designers, creators can go into it, pull
Yeah.
pictures, and put
Our
thumbnails
shit-
together.
our
And
social
I'm
media
like,
looks like shit. Don't even
I even
give
said,
it to
I
us.
said, yeah, the guys coming on, they're not active, so just pull whatever you can from the video.
Like, we got pictures in our
And I
phone,
said
but you
because
know
it's
what I
not your social media doesn't correlate with what you do today, so I didn't want to showcase like you with emo hair. I went to it because I was like, let me see if I could share
yeah.
it, and I was like, yeah, I'm not.
Nah, this company was built on camaraderie and integrity, so it was always word of mouth. We were blessed with just our work speaks for itself. Just much like actions always speak louder than words.
Facts.
So it's like when and people,
You know
not-
what
not
the way your company is, like I meant what your business is, that you don't even have to speak for your product.
it speaks for
It
itself.
speaks for itself.
exactly.
The investor speaks for itself. The listing speaks for itself. You don't even got to take pictures.
Because at the end of the day,
They
too,
take the pictures
Yeah.
and videos.
and at the end of the day, as an investor, you just care about results. You don't care how I get to that result. You don't care about
Nah.
how hard it was to get this.
They don't wanna
you
hear that shit.
Exactly. No, you just care about the result. So as long as the result looks good to you, it speaks volumes.
Yeah, it's true. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to. We don't want to hear like, yo, we stay till 12 to get this done, blah blah. Because a natural response would be, well, I compensated you for that. I paid you for that. It was in the, you know what I mean. So if you had to stay there till 2, 3, okay. And then it's like their right would be like, well, you don't know what it takes for me to fund this, to borrow them. You know what I mean? It goes back and
goes
forth.
back and forth.
But then that's where like. I think it's good to be mindful of when you don't make payment because you have shit going on. But like, well, yeah, be mindful of what they have going on too. How, if you didn't pay them 50, 60K in what's left over of that project, how do they intake another project and give the same services you got of getting front-end money?
That's very
You
true.
can try and say it's like I've learned from so much mentorship is that the best way to communicate is if you can really put yourself in the other party's shoe, sit and feel what they would feel with the responses you would give them. You know what I mean? So it's just like when I hear investors say bad about contractors or something like that, I sit and think, I was like, well, maybe the investor went wrong with the contractor too. You know what I mean? The feeling is both ways. You know what I mean?
Two sides of the
But
story.
the product always speaks for itself. You know, Dave has taught me, I'm sure you guys know, is that the result always shows. You know what I mean? If a client is happy, the result.
Yep.
You know, if you made money, that's the result. You know, but if you made money in non-happy clients, then it's learning to be learned
We're
there.
a results-driven company.
Yeah,
We
for
tell
sure.
our boys, yo, if you gotta eat shit, eat the shit, but produce.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be a good days, it's gonna be hard days. Just get through it, but do everything to the best of your abilities. Because at the end of the day, even though we're working with people our age, people talk shit.
People talk
And
all the
we don't
time.
want no shit being talked about us.
All
you know
the
what I
time,
mean?
yep.
So that's why, like, even if we fuck something up, all right, we're gonna eat it, we're gonna fix it.
You know,
what
your
I mean? Just give me a call.
punctuality, your response time, communication. Everybody talks about
Yeah.
that shit. You can easily say, yo, I love the Plug Brothers, but yo, man, to get them to respond,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I've learned it's easier to actually pick up. I'm like, you know what? I don't got time for that. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Got a lot going on. It's better that you spend time searching for something else. People appreciate that shit more. You know what I mean?
Now, people appreciate our transparency. Me and Alan were very vulnerable,
Very, very.
transparent people. You know what I mean?
Were you guys always like that, or was it picked up?
We each developed it in our own time, in our own type of
Okay.
time of life. You know what I mean? Through our own experiences.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's kind of like, this is how you got to run a business.
Yeah.
This is where contractors fall apart. Bulls don't speak English.
Yeah.
People speak Spanish.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Half of 90% of the contractors don't know English. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Like the subs and shit like that. You over here using Google Translate.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
see
yeah.
a lot of businesses fail around us because you can't communicate to your own squad.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even when they speak English. You know what I mean?
We just picked up our first Spanish worker. Actually.
Okay.
It's our first full-time Spanish
Yo,
employee.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Where'd you
So-
guys find them at? Home Depot?
Fuck
Lowe's?
No.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Well, what, Chinatown corner?
Through our network.
Oh, nice.
Through our network.
Yo, you got
Nice.
anybody to work? Like you're a respectable contractor. You got anybody that needs a hand? I mean, that want to work? Yeah, I got this young boy, 21 years old, pulls him in a Corvette first day.
No way.
We're like, what the fuck? And then
So he good.
he good.
He
Know,
good.
he know how to do a lot of shit.
I
at
mean,
21
he's
years
a good
old.
kid, though.
You know, I heard a story with you guys where you did start to bring on new talent, right?
That was the hardest part. for
Veteran
us, too.
talent at that, right? So and then you have your team looking at the new talent like, yo, you're showing too much. You're showing love more than I've been here. Like they start to look at it as like seniority, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I've experienced that early on when I was managing a pizza store, right? And brand new, 18, 17, learning how the ropes of business and stuff, managing a pizza store. They were struggling at the time, so they brought in, you know, a Mexican that does pizza. But then it's like, yo, how am I running everything? But he's getting more on just
Right.
making pizza. And that bothered me because I was like, I'm prepping, I'm doing this, I'm opening, I'm closing, but he's getting paid more just to make pizza. And for me at that time, it emotionally was like, dang, man, like that's not right business. Or I
Yeah.
thought, but from a business perspective, yeah, it makes so much sense. You know what I mean? To bring in talent
The
where
guy that know what he doing.
the one thing kind of thing and pay him
Produce,
for yes,
produce.
yes, yes,
You know what I
yes,
mean?
Feelings
yes,
are valid.
Yeah.
yes.
So like, see, this is why I say we're an unorthodox company
Mm-hmm.
because we've been through that type of situation, but we're all friends. So everybody got their clique in a group. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Boys talking shit.
Yeah.
Boys relate to us, and then we gotta hear it. We gotta deal with it.
You
we gotta
gotta
understand
mediate
how
it.
to mediate the
It's
whole
like HR.
the whole circle.
Yeah,
between
human
us.
resource.
So that was another thing me and Alan had to understand because at that point we're swamped with work. We're behind.
You're thinking about the work, like fuck your
Yeah.
feelings.
Like,
Like,
yeah,
their emotions.
But
literally,
you gotta keep
literally.
their emotions
Yeah.
and
We were like, how do we handle 9 projects at
Right,
once?
right,
We're
right.
fucking only 9 people. We can't have one person at a
well, you know,
crib.
I'm gonna offer you guys the same services I offer to my new construction guy because he has like 5, 6 companies that come together to do the new construction. You know, interior design, kitchen and bath only. He opened up all these companies and have them come together, but he said the biggest issue is managing the people, keeping them happy. And I was like, well, you need an HR department. That's me. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, bro, if you need me to go, he's like, what value? What? I was like, yo, bro, when people are hung over and drunk and they can't get to work, who's gonna go pick them up? Me. You know what I mean? I was like, when their wife is not giving them ass and they're sad and depressed,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Who's gonna get them through that shit? I'm gonna pay for it. So, you know? But I was like, you know, when they're fighting with their girl and they're sad, they don't want to. I was like, who's gonna get them uplifted? I was like, me. You know what I mean? So, it's crazy that it's a thing.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Especially when you work with your friends.
Yeah,
your
bro,
bros.
that's even like 5 to 10x more.
When we hired the new guy, shit, it was a whole nother problem.
Right.
And we thought we were just doing the greater good.
Right?
We're like, damn, all right, we need more hands. What can we do?
How would you have done it differently then?
There's no way to do it differently.
You don't think no way would have been a good way to onboard him?
We're men, so it's kind of like
Well,
Shut
what?
up, and
Well,
let's
how
talk
did you
about it.
onboard? Did you just hire him and tell him come in like, hey guys, we got some?
See, yeah, literally.
That's one
yeah,
way.
At the end of the day, like we needed an extra hand.
But why didn't you? I mean, another way would be to prep them. Like, hey guys, I want to let you guys like take them out to dinner. Take all your guys presently out to dinner and be like, hey guys, you know what I mean? Like, you guys good? Everybody's good.
Yeah.
Look, I just want to let you know we're adding on a team member
See, like that is what we'll probably do
going
next
forward.
time.
Yeah.
But you gotta understand, we're scaling so fast.
Right.
We can't even think
I
for
know,
ourselves.
I know. So it helps to have somebody. So look, the other guy that was here in new construction, you know, his name Tim. My guy Tim Gu. You know, he's working really close with Tony. You know, so they're in partnership. But when Tim came into the picture, he was here early in the week, and I said, "Yo, Tim, when you came into the picture, I was a little jealous of you, bro." You know, Dave talking about you do new construction. You're only 29. You got money, this and that. I'm like, fuck him. You know what I mean? Like, fuck Tim. But then it's just like, I was like, we're not even doing the same thing. You know what I mean? When me and him had a conversation, and I told him, I was like, yo, Tim, fuck you, bro. You was the shit. I'm jealous. You know what I mean? But then it's just like, yo, we're not even doing the same thing. I realized my value. I was like, yo, when we had a one-on-one, because he's like, yo, Sean, come over. I want to show you. I'm like, yeah, I'm open to it. You know what I mean? Because if Dave is bringing somebody into the tribe, yo, they got to be fucking good. And I'm at the state now because of that experience. Like, yo, what are you good at? You know what I mean? I want to know, like, yo, what can you help me with? You know what I mean? And then when I went to talk to him, I was like, man, you are good at what you do. I respect that. But then when I was able to communicate with him, he was like, yo, Sean, you're good. I can't do that. And then that's when it hit me. I was like, man, like, what a beautiful conversation we just had where, you know, I came into this space with a lot of humility because I was already jealous to let you know what I mean? But then it's just like, yo, because I put my guards down and then share with you why I'm here. He was like, yo, Sean, I couldn't do that. And and I was like, oh shit, you know what I mean? But even for you guys, I know that you're going to bring in better people, and you should. You shouldn't let your friends stop you.
Oh yeah, no.
I hope they watch this. Like, yo, if you're feeling some type of way and you're like the one of the 9, 10 that was originally there, like, yo, shut down your fucking feelings because anybody else, like I say, how long has the Plug Brothers been doing their thing? 4 or 5 years?
Going
right?
on 5 now.
Going on 5.
4 or 5 years, the way I see you guys is you are a toddler going into kindergarten.
Yep.
Right, 5th grade going into 6th grade.
That's why I say we're just scratching the surface right
When you go into 6th grade, kindergarten is almost like at year 5, hire a manager. You know what I mean? From 5 to 10 or 13, in that growth period, when you become a teenager, CFO. You know, at some point in time, you guys become the CEO, the owners, and then your ideas become so outdated in your company, you have to hire new, fresh people that went to school to run the CFO position, specialize in these positions to grow your company more, bring in new, bright ideas. You guys got to have that humility to say, yo, our ideas are outdated. Let's allow AI to come in. Let's allow these people that specialize in these. We're like a teenage company now. Teenage means in a company, you're going to high school. Now we should have high school teachers.
Yep.
When you go to college, think about that aspect.
Yep.
You know, let's go public type shit. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like I relate business years to lifespan of an individual. You know, when you, for example, infant to 2, 3, you're an infant, or even the terrible 2s. From 0 to 2 years old, the parents got it. From 2 on, you're like, you know what? I need a babysitter. You see what I'm saying? From 5, I need a manager, schooling, you know what I mean? And then it's just like, oh shit, I need a district manager, teenage years, right? And then it's like, oh shit, I'm in college, I need a CEO, CF, you know what I mean? So it's just like, you guys are in year 5, 6, and you're in that state of bringing in better talent. Because at some point, I hope that you guys aren't hands-on and you're just directing, boss leader, you know what I mean?
I mean, right now we're at that state in the moment. You know what I mean? Like me and Alan would fly to Thailand out next week, so it's kind of like we're all picking up projects and
who runs the show?
All the boys now. So
nice.
Everybody
built up leaders.
Yo, if you
know what
HR
I mean?
is here for you guys. If you need me to check up on it, yo, Sean, go check one of them. Like, all right, I got you.
Yeah, hey,
Give me the pamphlet.
They're gonna call it like, why the fuck is Sean telling us what to do?
I'm not, yo, I just know that it's not supposed to look like that. You know what I mean? I think you guys should call Allen or something.
These past like 2, 3 years of having a bigger team now, it was a lot of building the foundation and setting the foundation where it was building everybody to be a leader or their own sort of foreman, to where they're able to run projects and material and everything without us having to physically be on site. Because
Right.
we have to take care of all the back end of the business type of work. So it's still a bit of us popping in, refining, adjusting, showing them how we like to think, and instilling that in them, so then they can know, like, okay, this is how, like, I need to plan the next step ahead or
Right.
the next attack for this project, blah blah, stuff like that. So last year it was, after scaling up to like 9 projects within 1 quarter, that taught us, that really just like kind of broke the threshold to where, like, all right, it really turned us up to see what we were able to handle mentally,
Right.
and also just see kind of what we're capable of. Like, can we actually execute right now, or are we going to fumble this bag?
Right.
Sink or
right,
swim.
right,
You know,
right,
your back's
right.
against the wall. What you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
We broke each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can
there's
imagine.
a lot of internal bleeding.
Yeah.
So
A lot.
But now this year, starting off January already, right now consistently, right now we have 9 projects, and still picking up more work. Like 4 new projects this week
Right.
already. But we're filling in 9 projects, but it's you grew because it's a lot more easier and more manageable.
Right.
Bro,
Like, we're
right.
not stressing.
When we knocked down, we had 9. We knocked down 4. We're sitting on 5. I'm telling him, like, yo, it's slow right now.
Right.
Yeah.
But we got 5 projects.
It's like you get stronger. Your weight, the way you
lot of
hold
people-
weights,
Mhm.
you mentally become
A
stronger.
lot of people right now don't even hold 3 projects at once. You know what
Even
I mean? Like,
2.
2, you know what I mean?
Bro, and that's just the thing. Like, it don't get easier. You just get tougher. Like,
You get
it literally
better.
don't get easier.
Me and Dave always talk about that because he's in this. He loves to coach guys, and he said, "Yo, Sean, I'm at a point right now where it's not even hard anymore. Like all the hard, I'm not saying it's not hard, but all the hard, you do it so much that it's just like, yo, the
It's just
same
regular
thing.
now.
Yeah.
It's easy. And I
It's
said the
just
same
regular.
thing to him. I was like, yo, Dave, talking to anybody, any issue that, any problem with that, whatever.
Yep.
And I told him, I was like, these podcasts, when I did podcasts, like when Drew asked me to be on the podcast first, it took me 2 weeks
Yeah.
just to get it on because a lot of them want to talk and, you know what I
I
mean?
mean, it took us forever to get with you.
Right. I don't think so. I don't think so because I gotten better. Like there's people that I never would think. And then the quality, people are reaching out to me now. And I'm like, damn, I ain't even fucking do this in a while, you know? But then it's like I'm being intentional about it. I'm telling people, I was like, yo, I don't want to talk to anybody. I want to talk to people I want to talk to.
Yeah.
You could not be doing nothing, but I still want to talk to you.
Right.
Like Rick, one of your worker, Rick, he, Laotian, went into the army. I want to fucking talk to him because I was like, yo, bro, I have a lot of respect for him that he did the army thing. All my family,
He's
the
a
guys
Marine.
did the army thing, Marine things.
He's a
You know,
Marine.
okay, Marine. Shout out to the
Ricky D,
Marines.
man.
Yeah, Ricky. Yo, bro, every time I see him, yo, bro,
He's a day 2.
I give
He
him a
came
lot
after Nick.
I give him a lot of love, bro. You know what I
Great
mean?
guy.
Like,
We love him.
yeah, bro.
Love
He carries himself very well, maturely, and I want to hear his mindset on why he joined us. You know what I mean? Little shit like that. You know what I mean?
It feels good when we all sit there and do a roundtable talk. Like, let's just say, like, all right, when the 4th quarter came, we're at each other's neck.
Right.
We're fucking, I hate you. Why you make me do this? Why you fucking making me work so
Screaming at
hard?
each
You know what I
other.
mean? Like, bro, we're doing 12-hour days trying to push these projects just to
Right.
get it done because everybody's like, oh, when the project gonna be done? When the project gonna be done?
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I
all
mean?
they care
we're
about.
all- me and Alan, we did like 14 days straight.
Mm-hmm.
Even on the weekends, me and Alan just
They
worked.
don't know.
We didn't. They know,
we
but
work Saturday
we-
and Sundays.
Right.
So the thing about us being a boss, like being no humility, bro, I'll come and I'll outwork all y'all
Yep,
just to
yep.
show y'all I still
Just
got
to
that
show
shit,
you,
know what
to
I
have
mean?
the
Like,
result
I
in
don't even
hand.
care. Even if I fuck up, they'll bust out balls like.
But
oh,
it's true
they
though. You know what I
lost
mean?
it, they
I
lost
have
it,
that
bro.
mindset where you can't expect your workers to care more about your company than
Exactly.
you.
Oh yeah. for
If you
sure.
can really accept that truth, you move differently.
Yeah.
We
Accept that
always
early.
say, I'm better than nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll go pick up shit with you.
Right.
I'll pick the trash. I still pick up the trash to this day. You know
Right.
what I mean?
See?
Like just because
I'm
it's
learning
like,
that now with my mentee Leo. I call him my assistant, and I'm like, yo, bro, I call too.
Yeah.
I'm making cold calls with you,
Don't
bro.
forget.
Like, yo,
Don't
whatever we
forget.
gotta do.
Don't forget who put that
Right.
knowledge in you. You know what I mean?
Whatever we gotta do, I'm fucking doing.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Whatever
you know
it
what I
takes.
mean?
You know what I mean?
And I tell him, I was like, yo, Leo, you're like a conversation away where we can make 5 to 10 grand, 20 grand. Why wouldn't you?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So
Why
when
wouldn't you?
Yeah, when the 4th quarter came, we had these small little meetings like, yo, guys, I know it's hard right now. Finish this out. and it would change the rest of our lives.
Yo, bro, I want to do a day where I get your whole team on there. Let's
Oh,
have like
yeah.
9,
fuck
10
yeah.
motherfuckers and have it. Yeah. I want all of it. I want all of it, yo. You know, give them a space to really be honest about it.
Oh, yeah,
you
for
know?
sure.
Because
No.
you get to hear. Like, you guys don't got to be here. Let them be here. So you guys can hear their
The
feedback.
thing about us is that we can talk. We can communicate with each other. Like, we'll get lit, flame each other, cry with each other, and then at the end of the day, give each other a hug.
Yeah, no, you
On
guys.
to the next day, you know?
You guys really built something amazing. You know what I
Something
mean?
special we got going on.
A very special. I don't see it nowhere else in the city.
You can't even...
The organization you guys got going on.
You think
know
it's
what I mean?
organized, but it took a lot of... We're still getting organized.
You're still
you know
learning,
what I mean?
right? You know, you still
Yeah.
we're still under the same mentorship of Dave Tran and stuff. We're still collaborating and stuff. I think I'm about to list your new project in East Kensington. I'm very excited for that. I think staging, from what I remember talking to Dave, is getting staged the first week of May. I'm at March. I'm fucking March. February. You know what I mean? So it'll get staged then. So I'll send him the documentation for the listing. You know, yeah, I'm very excited. You know what? Besides that, like just the brotherhood that you guys got, you don't see it today. You know what I mean? You don't. I'm jealous of it because I don't have no brothers. You know what I mean? And it's like when I say like, "Dad, I wish I was your brother." A lot of people are like, "You are my brother," but it's not the same. You know what I mean? Like you ain't fucking thinking of me the way I wanted the like blood. You know what I mean? But just to give y'all credit, man, like you guys are setting a great example. You know what I mean? Of what it's like to grow in a business, building a bond of brotherhood amongst your team, and then showcasing two brothers coming together and
Four brothers.
four brothers coming together and taking over. Yo, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit, yo. You guys have a service in Philadelphia that every investor want. Yo. I want to let you guys know, Drew is Dave. Like, yo, let me get your contract. This and that, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, you guys are right. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, I just want to be here to let you guys know the value you guys are bringing to the city of Philadelphia as far as construction. You know what I mean? Like, I see the construction team. Yo, there's pages and pages of deadbeat contractors. But you guys are doing things in ways I think is changing how investors want to work with contractors. You know, you guys are setting a great example, and you're going to, like, set a ripple effect across the city, too.
One thing I always say, like, we're not the cheapest, we're not the most expensive, but one thing is that we pride ourselves on, like, what's, like, the biggest perk of working with different contractors, right? For us, it's like you get a peace of mind, and how much is that worth to you?
Right? Stress-free? Shit.
Like,
pay
you know
for
you're
what
in
you
good
get.
hands.
Yeah.
Your project will be done,
Mm-hmm.
and we just basically all try to automate the entire process for you.
Yep.
Where you could focus on being the best investor you can.
Yep, it's true. No, it's true. It's true.
Just keep sending them cribs.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's why I really wanted you guys on here, because I know you guys aren't active on social media. So I wanted to give you that space where I really highlight what the fuck you guys do. You know what I mean?
Appreciate that.
My tribe in general. You know, I'm really proud of you guys. You guys see it, tribe with good vibes. You know,
Sir.
share off. Yeah. Hey, yo, I got you guys tomorrow.
Hey.
All right.
I got you guys tomorrow. You know, I'm always gearing us up and shit. So, yeah, tomorrow is the 8th Philadelphia Real Estate Investors Expo hosted by Nick Tang. So shout out to Nick. Appreciate you for always giving us space to grow and stuff like that. But
all the big dogs.
all the big dogs is coming out. So you guys already know when you see the shirt floating around, we are the group that you guys should work with. We give you guys peace of mind, stress free, and I like that Alan said, like, hey, we're not the cheapest, but, you know, I would say that we are logical in what we do, where you're winning and we're winning. You know what I mean? And it has to be a win-win. If that's something that you don't connect with, then we probably will never work together. You know what I mean?
You pay for, right?
You get what you pay for. And it very much is true, because I just went through a fix myself on a leakage at a rental I manage, and man, I cursed out the handyman. I was like, why are you fucking coming back 3 times for the same issue? And I said, I pay you for your professionalism to let me know so I have a peace of mind. And I said, I don't need you to save me $1. I need you to do this to the best of your ability. You know what I mean? And I think that's what you guys are delivering to the greater city of Philadelphia. You know what? Besides the city of Philadelphia, I can't wait for you guys to expand nationally. Because when you guys got the city locked down,
Time's coming, man.
it's only
We
a
got-
matter of you growing
We got our partners
out in
talking
South
about-
Jersey, North Jersey.
We got our partners talking about Las Vegas. You know what I
Hey,
mean? So
we can go. I think you guys can go anywhere, you know. And you know, if you have a great HR department to manage your guys, you know what I mean? Like, yo, anybody got a problem, they shouldn't have to come to you. They should go to the HR department. You know what I mean?
oh yeah, no. Soon enough, like we want to grow this company to $100 million company. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you understand, like even though we have 9 of us, everybody has to be a millionaire.
Yeah.
Everybody has to be a thousandaire. You know what I
Yep,
mean?
yep.
How can we be the only ones reaping the benefits if our guys are?
Yo, facts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
So
agree
it's
with
kind
that.
of like that. What gives me and Alan the push.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I hope you guys. I want you guys to grow so big that you hire me and Dave and shit to do the consulting. You know what I mean? I was like, man, I'm tired of fucking working hard and flowing too. If you guys got a system and
Nah,
everybody
we
want
already-
you, bring me the fuck in. You know what I mean? Like shit.
For sure.
The streets are scary.
we already plan on working with people who always showed us love. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like Dave, we're forever grateful for him for giving us even the chance
Amen,
and
amen.
opportunity to even do what we wanted.
He paid
to
me
do.
today. He paid me today.
Yeah.
Ask me how much.
How much?
48K.
Damn.
I know the check is.
So dinner on you,
Yo, dinner on me tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yo, real shit, dinner on me, yo.
but that's lit though. But you know what I mean? Like we never forgot who ours helped us out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have a lot of friends that turned their back on us, went with other contractors. Like, bro, I knew you for how long?
Right,
And you
right,
called
right.
the other man,
Right.
bro. That's disrespect to us. You know what I mean? That's a slap in the face.
No, it's true.
So
It's
it's
true.
kind of
Success
like
at
you
the
really,
end.
you really understand as you're going through actual business.
Mhm.
You understand who really look out for you.
Yeah.
I done know people 20 years, 15 years, still show no love. I done
Yeah.
met people 5 months, 2 years, show me more love than
Yep,
they
yep.
can ever show me
Same
love.
here. Same
You know what I
here.
mean? So it's kind of like, damn, I really always reflect on life and
Mhm.
on my friendships and experiences, like of where the next level is taking
Yeah.
me. So, I mean, appreciate Dave a lot. He helped
Yeah.
us a lot. I mean, there was a time where we had animosity towards Dave.
Yo, same shit here. Same
We
shit.
didn't talk to Dave for like 2 years one time. And we
Same.
was just doing our own shit.
I
like-
never did it 2 years. You know what I mean? I'm like, man,
like,
this
we
motherfucker.
literally
Yo.
didn't see Dave for like 2 years. He'll call us like once a year.
Yeah.
And just talk to us.
He has students that way where like he only talks to them once a year.
We don't need. Yeah, we don't.
You guys kind of like are set in your thing. Like you only go when if you really
They don't
need
need to tell us much to,
Yep.
for us to
in your
still
field.
do what
Yeah,
we
for
do,
sure. You know what I mean?
So it's kind of like, yeah, Dave don't know shit about.
Hey, you guys are
construction.
better than me. I talk to him every other day. I need that shit.
I mean, we just met with Dave last week. And
Yeah,
now
yeah.
the conversation went from, yo, how can I be a part of what y'all doing now?
Yeah, no,
Like,
it's
it's
real
pretty cool.
shit.
It's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
We're here to support you guys the whole way because
I respect that.
I think you guys are gonna be the better of
No,
us.
we gonna go crazy. Like
real shit, and
no,
I'm here
real,
for
like-
whatever you guys need.
Like
you
me
know
and Alan
that.
already said it. We don't want no more new people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Who we got is who we gonna
Yep,
rock
yep.
with. And
I
who we
said the
gonna
same
build
thing to
with.
Dave. I said, Dave, I'm not out here looking or growing the tribe. I told him this last week. I said, the tribe may not be what you think it is, where it's all these fucking people. I said, the tribe may be exactly what it is, the people that chose you. And I was like,
Exactly.
it might be just your wife, Cindy, Alan, Alvin, me, Tweet, you know, Tony. It maybe just be that. I was like, your vision of it. I was like, I'm not saying it can't be bigger than what it is, but I'm just saying it may not grow the way you think it is.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I was like, are we enough for you? You know what I mean? Because I was like, when I look at these other groups, 4 or 5 people, it's not as big as you think it is. And I was like, are you okay with the tribe being your core team the way it is? Like the years you spent time, because and I told him, I was like, think about all the years you spent with us. Are you able to do that for 10 more people?
Exactly.
And I was like, you're growing. You're getting older. I was like, I don't know if you can or not.
Like the tribe will grow when our tribe.
When
grows.
when we choose to
We're
grow
a
the
tribe.
tribe,
It's a branch.
it's our down
It's a
line.
branch,
Yep.
yep.
And I said, since I said that to him, I was like, anybody that I think is tribe material, then I'll connect him and
Yeah.
I'll let Dave. I said, Dave, you screen them for my tribe. You know what I mean? But your tribe, I think it may not be more than what you imagine. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Like Alan. I mean, Dave think it's just Alan and I. Bro, Alan and I, we bring 8 other boys.
Hey,
with
yo,
us,
you
know what I
got
mean?
your
We ain't
tribe,
so-
yo.
We pulling up squad.
It's like a
every
level
time.
2. you
Yeah,
know
we're
what I mean?
pulling up squad every time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a lot of people, as you say, do envy that because
Yeah.
it's like, damn,
Looking from the outside, they envy it, but when they're in it, they don't know what it takes.
they don't know what it.
They don't know what it fucking take. The loyalty, the humility, integrity. A lot of people aren't ready for that shit.
There's so many internal arguments
No,
to where
the
it's like,
outside don't know.
why, bro, even bring this up? Like,
The outside don't know.
you want to work more? I
Yeah.
thought bringing this guy in would alleviate you,
Yeah.
and now you complaining about this guy.
Right.
And then you know what's funny? Everybody love him now.
That right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's really good.
Always like
You know what I
that.
mean? Like, he
Yeah.
really good. Like, yeah. And then we like, all right, like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But this is an example of us showing them growth.
Right.
It's like, hey, we'll bring you guys want to run your own team. We'll hire 2 more bulls just for y'all.
Yeah.
We gave them the opportunity to understand where
Leadership
they stand
and
at,
stuff. Yep.
where they stand with us, because they dedicated. You understand? Nick, Rick, Grizz, Alex, they dedicated 5, 4, 3 years and believing in us.
Yep.
Why you believe in us? Right?
Yeah, it's true.
So it's kind of like, damn, like that gives us so much responsibility and so much
Purpose.
ambition and
Right.
purpose to where, yo, we cannot just be millionaires.
You gotta give it.
Everybody has to
gotta
be a
be it.
millionaire.
Everybody gotta be part.
You know
Everybody
what I mean?
eats.
So it's kind of like,
Yeah.
that's why me and Alan, we pay them first. We don't even, all that back end pay, we're eating that. Like, we're not even worried about that
Right.
because we know the bigger picture.
Right.
We know where we want to bring everybody. Who am I talking to?
Who you bring all this?
Oh, you gotta take a piss, right? I had to take a piss so much earlier. When Nick got Greystone shit.
It's funny as shit. Ricky telling me, Christian so comfortable with them now. He start acting gay and shit towards good. Playing pussies and smacking his ass and shit. Hilarious.
What the hell?
Hilarious.
When was this?
He told me today.
But Nick is not. I mean,
No,
Grizz is not.
Grizz-
with
no.
Christian.
No, he's not. But this is the other day that
Oh.
they were doing this. Just funny.
That's funny. The other day, Christian was like, B put his shiesty on, and then Christian was like, nigga, and then B was like, what you say? He was like, nah, ninja. He was like, ninja, nigga, same thing. He was cracking up. I had to go so bad earlier, Sean.
Bro, I know.
So I was like, all right, you and Alan talking. I'm out this joint. I got to. That's crazy. Yeah, but no, it's we could talk for hours because it's kind of like me and Alan.
Oh, could you? Because when I asked y'all motherfuckers to come
bro,
on,
you understand? We're so busy. It's
I know.
kinda like,
Y'all didn't say that you couldn't talk.
It's priorities.
I know that you guys just
We
had a
got
lot of
priorities now. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
that's why I
we don't
appreciate
really-
you guys giving me your time because I know that you have 9+ projects going on,
Yeah.
and
Like I tried to push the social media the first week, but then it's like it's yeah, it'll expose us, but
but
that
you
don't
don't
pay the
even
bills.
need, yeah.
You know what I mean? We're
And not
worried
necessarily-
about the bigger picture.
Right.
We're worried about the.
I don't think
Craigslist
you guys
shit.
needed it. To be
Yeah,
honest
we
with
never
you,
needed
you
it.
never
You
needed
know what
it.
I mean, bro? We've been in business 5 years and we got 7 posts, but we done so many cribs. We
Right,
made
right.
so many thousands of dollars. We probably ran up, over.
You know what you should do is keep. I'm sure you guys do keep track of each address because
Oh yeah,
when it
No, Alan got
sells
all
or
that.
whatever,
Alan got
they
all
they advertise it
bro,
for
we
you.
got
You know,
shit that be closing in the week.
you got
once it
portfolio.
drops,
You got a
know what I mean?
portfolio.
Like,
You guys got a nice portfolio now.
yeah,
for
like,
sure.
We do right now.
And you're not, you guys aren't doing like Philadelphia row homes. You guys are doing like
500,000,
single family,
750,000 Bucks
residential.
County up, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's kind of like
You've left Philly.
Yeah, for the most
we
part.
still touch Philly, but we don't touch it.
Right. I know you guys don't like it. And I see why, because parking that you guys got to deal with versus like the county where
Man,
you
we
just
did-
drive up driveway.
We
You
did
know?
Truck and Tasker. We shut the street down. We shut the block down.
You have to.
We paid for that police parking.
Right.
And then we was threatening people to tow their cars and shit.
Shit.
We had parking spot when we pulled up.
Right,
But
right.
That's how we had the road these days.
People
Yeah,
argued
yeah.
with us too for just taking
They
over
try
the
to
block.
fight us on the first day. Talking
Shit.
about they gonna send the mob.
The
Like,
neighbors.
Fuck your mob. Like,
Right,
we got
right.
ours,
We
shit.
know them.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like,
That's
yeah.
wild. Like we was there booking.
Like that's how we move into Philly right
Yeah.
now. Like we still touch Philly, but right now we try to say yes because like Tino, Santino,
Yeah, Santino.
we about to put him on, bro.
Yeah,
He be like he's doing all his rehabs for his crib.
I know.
And he's telling me, yo, Alvin, give me a shot. Like, I got the guys for it. Let me do this, do that. So I had a brief conversation with him.
That's
Like, yo,
dope.
bro, we turn you up. like just take care of Philly for us. I want you to dedicate a couple of days, come look at our projects, see how we work. I want to see what
I
you
like
guys
Santino.
produce. Yeah, that's my boy.
I like that he chooses me, because all of his investments was
Through you.
he used me.
Yeah.
He chose to use
For
me.
sure.
You know what I
Small
mean?
world.
And he could have used anybody else.
I knew Tino for almost,
Almost and
10 years.
And from his first rental, I sold him a wholesale deal in Southwest. I made $20K. And when he gave me the deposit check, I said, "Yo, I just want to, I am gonna make money." He's like, "Bro, you should. You have to. You gotta make your, you know what I mean?" I told him the amount because I didn't want. When I heard his mom was lending him the money, I didn't want him or his mom to go to the settlement table,
Surprised.
and be surprised, like, "Yo, why the fuck you paying?" You know what I mean? So I just felt like it was better to just have humility and honestly, like, "Yo, you're about to maybe 20K. If you don't want to, take this check back. I don't give a fuck." You know what I mean? But he was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And since then, he always shoes me. Like, he just bought his new construction in South Jersey for $680, $675, and he used me as the agent.
Damn, he told me 500.
Yeah. Yo, I wish. Shit, that house is nice.
No.
We probably going to party over there soon. You know what I mean? When him
nah.
and Liz do something. But yo, shout out to Santino. You know what I mean?
sir.
Like,
That's
I
my
love
guy.
that he always used me. You know what I mean?
That's my bro.
I appreciate it a lot. You know what I mean?
He understands the part of keeping the circle tight.
Yeah.
That's why I always really.
And he has a big circle. You know, he knows a lot of people, so
he knows
can
a lot of people, but he don't fuck with a lot of
right.
people.
He could
too,
use
you know what I mean?
anybody. So, like, for me, when he uses me, it means a lot to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So he came to us asking for an opportunity, and then we have the ability to give it out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we're chilling. So it's kind of like, that's the thing that between me and Alan, we love putting people on. That's what slowed us down and helped us out.
That's the Plug Brothers, man.
Yeah.
Like
you understand,
mentality.
like, going far, you go fast. I mean, going alone, you go fast.
Yeah.
Going far, you go together.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So it's kind of like we always chose the long route.
Yeah.
We always brought the homies together.
Yeah.
Whoever wanted to fuck around and really try to make it happen. Because at the end of the day, like, we have nothing else to strive for besides Plug Brothers.
Right.
This is what feeds our family. Like, we retired our dad. You know what I mean? He cooks us lunch every day.
Yeah, I heard that.
So
Love.
it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, give him something to do and just look out for everybody. Because at the end of the day, we're all his sons.
Yeah.
Everybody come over,
Yeah.
show love, cook them. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
this is us.
He got like 10 sons now then.
Exactly.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like we're just a big ass family trying to help each other out.
That, hearing his story, that's something I look forward to because, I got kids. And I was like, call me crazy, but I look forward to being a grandpa. When I am a grandpa, I know that I'm fucking chilling, relaxing, not working on, you know what I mean? Like, you better fucking work and pay my bills. You know what I mean? But it's just like hearing him say that, like, I look forward to that, you know what I mean? Uplifting my son's friends and helping them. Because, I do real estate and I'll never stop promoting that. I see the value because it helped me It helped me.
It changed our lives.
It changed my life in ways I never fucking ever thought. 9 to 5 working and shit. And yeah, man, hearing that story about your father, like, I hope I could be like him. I hope I could be half the man he is. You know what I mean? Like, even y'all brotherhood. I always wanted a brother, or a cousin. I never had family grow up in Philly, so I was like the only boy. I have 2 sisters, older and younger, but it was so hard for me. You know what I mean? Because I tell people the benefits of having a brother, younger or older. It don't matter what position you in. I'm going to tell you the levels that you guys have. Like, you being a younger brother to him, you have his level of friendship of whoever his friends are, and then you have his old heads, right? So that means you have 2 levels above you. He, looking at you, got your level of peers, and then your young bulls. So he got 2 level above you. Now think about it, like, you guys go expand even more because his old heads got old heads that would recognize him. But then not only recognize him, but recognize you. So they're expanding down from like 1, 2. Now they're going down 3 levels just to recognize you. You know what I mean? Like, having brotherhood where you guys look out for one another, it makes the rest of the community gravitate to you guys. You know what I mean? Because it's something that I would say all guys in Philly look for, is like some type of brotherhood, tribe, camaraderie. You know what I mean? You guys are developing something real in business, outside of business, outside of fucking USA, with your bachelor. Bro, it's just amazing to see, you know what I mean? And it's just like, I wish I was y'all blood brother at some, you know what I mean? Like I say that to everybody that I admire that has a brotherhood. Like I admire it a lot, you know what I mean? Like I just interviewed with Nah, the tattoo artist. I'm Kara. Him and his brother, I said at the same time, like y'all brotherhood is something else. It's amazing to see where he manages you and you do all the artwork and he, you know what I mean, he manages the it's amazing to see. So I want to just highlight that, you know what I mean, on that aspect, you know, and yo, I want to thank you guys for coming on. It means a lot to me, you know, because I'm learning this as well. And I hope at some point you guys forgot all about this in front of us. And we was like, yo, just having fun conversation like we always do, right?
I didn't even look at the
Bro,
camera,
I tell
you know what I mean?
everybody, and I was like, yo, at some point you just fucking forget as if you was at lunch or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot to say behind what we went through. You know what I mean? Like, me and Alan, we probably told you 10%, 15%.
Tip of the iceberg,
you know
I'm
what I mean?
sure.
Like, so it's kind of like, we can, like, it just conversation can keep going other ways because it's so many things that happen in between.
I'm so curious about other shit that I know that. I see. I'm looking at time because I know Drew got to shut down the office at 6:30. Was here for 2.5 hours. So I thought me and Tino conversation was long at 2 hours.
Yeah.
2.5 hours.
But it's like we didn't even say much.
Of just talking about how we got to Plug Brothers.
Yeah, and that's just one topic. Yeah. The growth of Plug Brothers is a whole nother thing. You know,
growth of each other.
I didn't even talk about that shit.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Like me and Alan, we grew independently. Too.
Yeah.
To get to that.
And I want to hear that separately too.
You know what I mean?
Give you guys that space to just talk about what you went through. You know what I mean?
Like that was difficult.
Yeah.
And the self, it's a whole nother battle.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like shit. But yeah, like closing it off. Like me and Alan sit back when the boys are laughing, having fun. We sit back and we like, damn, we really made this shit happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like last year we did a bowling party for Christmas.
Yeah.
Our first ever company. Plug Brothers Christmas Eve.
Right.
Bring your family, bring your girl, bring your kids, whatever.
Yeah.
Pay for it all.
Yeah.
Everybody just have fun. We was bowling for like.
That's love.
Dave came out too.
Oh man, where the fuck was I?
You couldn't make it.
Damn it.
I invited you. I remember.
You probably
couldn't make
did.
I
probably had another family event. I don't know.
Wifey said no.
Like, oh shit.
Wifey said you're having too much fun. Nah. So,
that's the real life right there. You're having too much fun. Chill.
Yeah, but no, like everybody had a good time. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like we trying to keep that dumb experience going.
Right.
Because when you work so closely together, you understand how much people didn't have.
Right. You know, it's true because Tony and Tim I had on here, you know, new construction stuff. And Tim mentioned, like, you know, when I learning to work with Tony, I know he has kids and wives and stuff like that. And I said, yeah, he does. And I said, Tim, you don't have kids, do you? And he said, no. And I said, so it's hard for you to put yourself in a position to feel what it's like with kids. I said, you can't. You never could. And I said that all the time when I look on social media and like, hey, wouldn't you do this for your kids? And I click to see if they have kids. They don't have kids. I said, when you say that, you don't really fucking know.
Yeah.
I was like, I have 3 kids. And I was like, it's time when I know I need to do something. And I'm like, I'm fucking tired. Fuck them. 10 more minutes. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you say do it for your kids, but when it comes to real life parenting, you're not always doing it for your kids, you know? There's certain times where you're just super exhausted that you just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like our guys, they mentally check out on us.
Yeah.
We understand it. You know what I mean? Like, what's so unorthodox? Boys would go turn up, not wake up the next day knowing we got crazy shit to do, and it's like we can only be mad. You know what I mean? But we understand.
Yeah,
because,
you understand.
Bro, we was turning up hungover before, and they carried us. So it's kind of like, you know what I mean?
And it's just like, you know that they can't care the way you care.
Yeah, exactly.
It just won't happen.
But the thing is, like, they do care about Plug Brothers.
They care about you guys.
Yeah.
Not Plug Brothers.
Well,
you know,
we
they
are
care about
Plug
you.
Brothers.
You are
all
Plug
of us
Brothers. Yeah,
together.
That's
you know
dope.
what I mean?
I hope that they recognize that shit. Yo, I hope they're listening. Like, I hope this show you guys how I'm looking at how I hope to show you guys how much thought they put into your families, your livelihood, you know, and they take it seriously. You know,
we talk about this often at meetings because we couldn't have done it without them either.
Yeah.
You know, wouldn't be here today without them.
Goes hand in hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Goes hand in hand. Yo, I hope you guys go back and tell them that I want them on here. I want all 8 of them.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Bro, that'd be so fucking funny. Yo, I wouldn't be the one to lead the conversation. I would have Dave do it. Cause he would, you know me, I'm here to have fun. I'd probably jump in with them. Like I'm a plug brother too. You know? But I think it would be dope to have them all on here so that you guys could hear humility from them. You know what I mean? Cause Dave will, you know what I mean? Dave can get that out of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I have them here. You know? Let's set a date.
No, we gotta set that up.
Yo, set an appointment where, hey guys, meet at this property. You know, for 1 hour, and then after that they go wherever they go.
It ain't gonna be 1 hour. Look,
Yeah, it ain't gonna.
about to roll on to 3
Yeah, after that we
hours
go
right
play pickleball.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
But it gotta be a weekday, and I guess you guys would have to allow that. But I would love
We
to
can allow half a day.
I would love to capture 1 hour, or you know.
No, we could do like a whole day type shit.
be a whole
Like,
day.
Yeah.
could
And
be
then
like-
after that, you know, let me and Dave treat your team out to something. You know what I mean?
think
Because
that'd be very fun.
I value them too. You know what I mean? Because
No,
I
we
know that they
value them
work on a lot
you know what I
of
mean? Like,
yeah.
like no, we try to do when the big holidays come out. You know what I mean? Like, yo,
I haven't been there, so I'm trying to be part of it. You know what I mean?
yeah, like Chinese New Year, we give an envelope.
Yeah,
out.
would you guys be able to do a day before the 11th of February?
Next week, 2
Nah,
weeks.
by the time we come back, it's gonna be
The 4th? February 4th? Are you guys coming back in February? What day?
come back
February
February 3rd.
February 3rd. How about February 7th?
What day is that?
Oh, no, how about February 5th? It's a Wednesday.
Can we make it like a Friday or like Friday? Probably cool because
The 7th then.
we can slam the week.
All right, the 7th at like
and
3?
Just be chill. 3 is kind of all right. 3 was cool to us, but the traffic was drawing today.
I know. You can't be in Northeast because
That shit
around
took us-
2 o'clock is when because everybody's
All the
trying to get
local
home.
traffic. That shit
Everybody's
took us
trying to
like
get
30
home.
minutes to
Yep,
get
yep.
to the
I know.
highway.
I know.
And after the highway was cool. You know what I mean? But
I
it's
know.
Like, I mean, we could do like 1, 2,
One? Yeah, bro, let's do it. I'll schedule it right now. Hold on,
then
hold
we
on,
can
hold
tell
on.
the boys to work, and then we just all meet up. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. What day? Friday the 7th. The 7th at 1? That's perfect. All right, it's booked. Sean and Plug.
No, that'll be funny.
That'd be fun. Having all of us here. Here. And then in the email of who gets the notice. Who's gonna all right.
I don't check my shit, bro.
Yo, you like Dave? I check it every day. I'm like, Dave, can you check it, bro?
I check it if I know it's something.
No,
important
let's do
coming.
it. I only say before the 11th because I have this all occupied until the 11th, and then I have to renew and stuff like that.
Oh, you got this for as long as you want. You can do
I
like
mean,
monthly release.
I wouldn't say I have 6 interviews locked in
Oh,
for
word, all right.
every month. You know what I mean?
So we're
So
6.
I was trying to do 12 for the whole year, 1 person a month where I advertise. But then I was like, you know what? I'm going to do 12, and then I'm gonna do season 2 in June, July. So season 1, like I'm doing everybody now. I'm gonna start sharing in February, mid-February, after I have all the stuff, and then come June, July, I'll do the Radiant Channel season 2, and then all the new guests and
I
stuff.
feel like our joint was all back and forth because we had so much to
Nah.
say. you know what I
Ours
mean?
was good because it was just up until the Plug Brothers of how that name came about.
Yeah.
You know, and it was very important for me to know because 1, I didn't know how you guys connected with Dave, and then 2, I want to know genuinely how that name came about because you guys embody that fucking name a lot. I'm surprised I don't even hit you guys up for a lot of things. You know, I already got my Bud Connect. You know what I mean?
What are you talking about right now?
Do you guys still do that?
What?
Oh yeah, okay.
What?
Hey, that's an off the camera conversation. But yo, guys, I appreciate your time coming. I know you guys about to go killing in pickleball with your guys and shit like that, so have a lot of fun. But I really appreciate you guys coming on. You know, shout out to Dave for bringing us together. Tomorrow's the expo, so you know, gear up. I got this color in blue. What color do you guys want?
What blue you got?
Like a royal blue.
What other color you got?
No, I only got these 2.
Give me a white joint. You got a white joint?
This one, I can give you this one. I meant this color. I
I'll
wanted
take
white,
that.
but they didn't have
That's a gray.
I know they didn't have
I'll take a light gray over a royal blue.
All right, I got you. I just bring the whole box and you guys can pick from there.
What time you being there? Gonna be there tomorrow?
We gonna,
8.
You gonna come with me, all right? We're gonna
Yeah.
be there early.
It's like 9. It starts at 9.
Yeah, but we're gonna be there like 8.
Okay.
8:30.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I like to go just to have my time to myself, help Nick set up, and then
Yeah.
I'd rather just watch people coming in and
Yeah,
bust it
I'll
up with them
go.
because I learned for me greeting everybody coming in when they're in
Yeah.
And then when everybody's here, like, yo, show me them. What do you need? And I'm like, yeah, cool. I already invited everybody in. So
Yeah, like me, I just go there to help out. Out of the strength of Dave, Nick,
yep,
you,
yep,
you
yep.
know what I mean? Like, we just go. I don't even.
I'm gonna have me a bottle. I'm gonna probably have this bottle and I have it under the table, bro. All
show's
day,
done.
nobody knows, but all day I'm like buzzed.
We gotta do that because last
Bro,
year that show was.
It's so much more chill when I'm like sipping on Coke and Henny,
Yeah.
and nobody fucking know.
You get
know
me
what I mean?
buzzed, bro. I'm closing.
Yeah, we chilling like because it's a 9 to 5 thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm like, yo,
literally.
I'm chilling all
gotta
day
go
and I'm
play
having
each
fun,
other.
directing everybody. You know what I mean? So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's have some fun and let's kill it. All right.
Cheers.
Thank you for having us on this podcast.
Thanks for
too.
having us.